Good evening, one and all. Welcome back to The Price of Perfection, your favorite dumpster diving show, where we try to get a single cactus fruit from the garbage cans. Among many other things, sure, but like that's kind of the gist of the streams these days. Honestly, though, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying every part of it. Part of me does wonder whether we're gonna get to like the 10 million gold we need for the golden clock, or if we're gonna get the cactus fruit first. We still got a ways to go. We're only like at 2 million gold, so we got a while before we actually hit that mark of 10 million if we keep going at the rate that we are. But it's, you know, stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. Are you streaming on Thursday because that's your birthday? I will not be streaming Thursday. That's you can see the stream schedule in the description below. But happy birthday nevertheless, Finest Tuna. Happy early birthday, I suppose. I won't see you again until Friday if you're here for that stream. But I hope you enjoy it. Has Krobus always been on the starting screen? For the past week or so, I want to say, we had his little introduction, little like mini cutscene that I put together. I actually should, you know what? I should upload that cutscene as its own separate video because I did work kind of hard on it, and people have asked in the comments to see that. So I might upload that as its own standalone thing so people can experience that firsthand. Either way, before we get into things here, let me pop on over to the fan art, because we do have a few new pieces today, as we so often do. I'm so often appreciative for it. Ooh, this is the Mermaid song, but I know it as the song I used from the Price of Perfection trailer. You may have heard it prior to this stream. At any rate, new fan art. We got, first up, this one from Aben on the Discord, and I absolutely, when I first saw this, I like fell in love with this interpretation of Chloe's outfit, the trash outfit. Because, like, I never thought of it as, like, a dress like that, or, like, it's such a beautiful interpretation of, like, such an actually, like, like, hilarious visual of someone wearing a trash can. And, of course, you got the cactus fruit there. This is really loud in my ears, this music, by the way. Let me turn this down. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Yeah, really, really good stuff, Aben. Thank you very much for this lovely interpretation. You even got the secret lore of the blue jazz in the bottom right corner. That's a deep cut right there. Well, semi-deep cut is still a pretty recent revelation, but it's not a very, like, you know, monumental thing in the stream so far. I digress. I should move on, but I should get through the fan art a little faster here. Let's see. We have, from Oceana Loves Sap, another lovely piece here of, it's a little hard to see, at least from how far away I am right now, but it's Tim Beeb sitting on the Prairie King machine. Which, you know, Tim Beeb does love to get in the way. I wish he's not quite so small. I don't know if he'd fit on top of the Prairie King machine like that, but it is very evocative. Nice little doodle here. I was never much of a doodler. I know a lot of people in school who'd like draw little like things like this in like the margins of their notebooks and things, and I always loved that, but I never really had the ambition to do that sort of thing. Regardless, thank you very much, Oceana. Finally, last but not least, we have a bit of a different one. We got Connor M from chat here, dressed up in his stream attire, as I called for previous stream. Everyone, I hope you all heeded that warning that you're all dressed exactly as Connor is here for this stream. We need all the trash can luck we can get, and Connor's doing his part. You know, I respect it. I would probably be wearing the same thing if it didn't impede my vision so much and my ability to, like, sit in my chair. But it is beautiful. That man is literally in his trash can. Thank you very much, Connor. That's really, it tickled me when I saw that after I finished last stream. Thank you all so much to the fan artists. It takes all different types. If you have any fan art that you'd like to submit yourself, !Discord to join the Discord. And there is a fan art channel in there that will that you can submit things to. Let us know how you want to be credited, and you will see yourself or your fan art posted on the next stream. If you don't want to be posted, then DM it to me privately. either on Discord or Twitter at Argon Matrix. Whatever works best for you. Oh man, the fan art groweth. It continues forever. Long-time lurker, first-time chatter, Mucusinator. Welcome. Well, I guess not welcome if you're a long-time lurker, but glad to see you chatting for a little bit. Don't feel necessarily compelled to chat if you don't want to. I know lurking is fun in its own way. I need to show you guys something, by the way. I'm gonna load in. Hold on, let me switch over here to Stardew Valley. We'll be on like the title screen as opposed to like the actual load game screen here. If my stream wants to load in, there we go. Let me pause my own music here. Yeah, normally I actually start in the actual farm, but I wanted to show you guys something that is kind of neat, kind of special. Hello, Zombo, by the way. You're on your non-modded account, I see. I don't know if we have any mods in here other than Zombo, but if you are here, make yourself known. Anyway, let me head into the actual load game screen to show this off. Officially, you can see the playtime here, 91:36. That is officially the longest playtime I have in any file that I have. Don't worry about these two. This is not none of your concern. There's Lazy Farm right there, 90 hours, 17 minutes. Hello, Decay, by the way. And this is Matrix Farm, the very first one I ever did. 9109. We're just past that on Frugal Farm. This is the longest running file I've ever had. Because these are all the files. Well, technically not all of them. I did have some like test ones that I had to do things with, but these are all the ones I've ever like actually played on, really. Very, very neat, very impactful, and we're closing in on 100 hours of this nonsense. Exclamation point playtime if you ever want to like see that without actually looking at the screen. And we did it together, and we'll do it again. We'll frickin' do it again. Just watch. Penelope looks like they have a really long nose. Look, don't diss my girl Penelope. She's integral to the lore. Empirical Farm is where I do all the testing for the various things that I need to test. I know it's a neck, but it looks like a nose. Fair enough, you know what? That's just the art style. I've come to appreciate it and adore it. Alright, how's our casks doing down here? So we got silver quality wine. When was the iridium quality stuff going to be done? It was like winter 18th or something like that. I don't fully remember. Winter 13th, maybe? I digress. And a $2 super chat from Noah. Thank you very much for the support. The support of the stream is greatly appreciated. I love it. Alright, where were we? Obviously getting garbage fruit and stuff, or garbage fruit collecting, trying to. But we also have other things that we like to tend to, other little menial chores that we need to continue with. Not that petting Timby is a menial chore in any capacity. I would never disgrace my boy like that. BRB, I'm gonna look at the trash dress drawing. Yeah, go for it. If you ever want to peruse any of like the fan art that I show on stream, the Discord is another good place to do that. There's all the featured fan art in one place, all collected on there. At any rate, we're gonna go ahead and get this show on the road. Probably not gonna do too much in the way of like resource gathering or anything again this time. I might do some like wood chopping south of the farm like I did last stream, but we're primarily just focused on, right now, collecting from these garbage cans. If you're new to the stream and you're not sure why we're collecting from the garbage cans, why we're looking for a single trash fruit, I always keep saying trash fruit, it's just ingrained in my brain now. A single cactus fruit from the trash cans! Exclamation point FAQ to get caught up on why that might be. Because there is some deep-seated lore. A quick TLDR, though, is that, like, the first and foremost thing is that we need it for the dye bundle here, and we have no other way to get it without spending money, so we're kinda hooped. We need a cactus fruit emote. Working on it. I mean, I have the cactus fruit emotes courtesy of Blade, but I just need to enable like channel memberships and that sort of thing so that I can utilize it, you know? We'll get there. We'll get there one of these days. One of these days I'll get off my butt and actually get all that stuff put together. I am actually there might be some big changes coming to the stream schedule and just like the channel in general within the next like month or two. I'm not quite sure. There's some things being planned in the background, so, you know, just stay tuned for all that. I don't want to say anything before anything is certain, but I got plans. Don't you worry about it. Man, lots of early cactus emoji luck here. I need to like clear out some of this detritus in the forest here. You see all this and like all these shrubs? I should bring my like scythe at some point here. And exclamation point cart for our shopping list of things that we need from the traveling cart still. Duck egg is 1,000. That's way too much. Little tree, you love it. Why is it in quotes like that? I guess it's because it's like a title or something. I don't know if that's proper like MLA formatting there, Concerned Ape. Hello, Blade. Coming in trying to use a cactus fruit emoji first thing. Emote. I keep saying emoji. Emojis and emotes are two different things. Yeah, we need that 285 duck egg is what we're looking for. Not 1,000 simply will not do. It's a little too expensive. Can you, like, buy duck eggs in real life? I'm sure there's, like, a place you could go to, like, buy duck eggs. You can't just buy them, at least not from my grocery store. And are they, like, is it something that you would buy if you, in order to, like, if you're breeding ducks? Or would you buy it to, like, make, like, eat? Like a normal chicken egg? Yes. People have bought duck eggs. Are fair enough, you know what? Why is the chat window below your stream? I think that has to do with how you have your own device formatted, Noah. Because I know I've been in chats or in streams where like it goes below it, but if I like click out of theater mode on YouTube, then it goes like beside the stream. I think YouTube refers to them as emoji. That might be true. You can eat them. Ducks are incredible. Ducks are awesome creatures. I don't know if I've ever had like duck like as a. I feel like I must have at some point. Exclamation point more trash, by the way. I feel like I must have at some point because it's not like that uncommon. At least not where I live. But I just can't. I couldn't tell you the taste if I did have it. I'm trying not to eat as much meat as I used to, anyways. I'm not going like vegetarian by any means, or vegan or anything like that. But I definitely have respect for people who do. That is a noble thing to stick to and not easy. All right. I think we're good here. I just need to make sure I'm getting. So we got the garbages. We got yeah, we're good. Peking duck. Yeah, that's probably the only, that might be, I don't know if I've ever had Peking duck, actually. It doesn't taste like chicken. I can probably, yeah, I can gather that. I feel like, that's the thing, I can tell you that I've eaten duck because I know it has, like, a distinct taste, and I know that it wouldn't taste like chicken, but I don't know what it does taste like. I guess it tastes like duck, probably. You know, that might be a fair assessment. That's such a funny, like, quirk of people, like, where they'll say something like, oh, this tastes like garbage, and, like, and then it's like, have you ever eaten garbage? But I guess, like, we all know, like, if we're having, like, a good faith argument, we all know what that person means when it says it tastes like garbage. We know that they're not, like, going digging through their local, like, McDonald's dumpster, eating out of it, probably, anyway. We just know that they know what trash smells like, and because smell and taste are so closely linked, you can kind of infer what trash would taste like, right? At least that's the way I've always interpreted it. I need to make more kegs. That might be on the list of today's stream goals. You know what? I probably should have grabbed my ancient fruit before going around, so I didn't have to do 2 laps of this, but it's all good. No skin off my nose. Duck is the 10,000% superior protein. We have a lot of duck stands in chat. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I should be looking more into eating duck. Okay, I noticed that I wasn't going vegetarian, but like if I were, I assume we probably have at least like some people who have gone vegetarian, like who are vegetarian or vegan, or who have done it in the past. What are like your main sources of protein? I've never really looked into this. I know that like there's obviously like many sources of protein other than meat, but like what are the ones that you would like recommend that are like easy to come by, easy to prepare, not that expensive probably, that sort of thing? Like, cause what has lots of protein? Like nuts have lots of protein. I know that off the top of my head. At least like certain types of nuts, I think. Eggs. Eggs definitely work. Yeah, they're not vegan, but they would work for just like vegetarian or pescatarians or whatever. Eggs, beans, rice. Beans, yeah, beans would be a good one. Rice I never thought of as having a lot of protein, but does it? I guess. I don't know. Is it only certain types of rice, or am I just, like, not familiar? I guess I've never really looked into, like... This is something I've always been meaning to do, is, like, actually look into more nutritional information. Because I'm, like... I'm not going to say that I'm old, but I am getting older. I'm, like, approaching my, well, I'm not approaching my 28th birthday. It's still not until December of, like, of this year. But, you know, it's getting close enough to being 30 that it's, like, I gotta... start realizing that my youthful metabolism is not going to last forever. And I need to make sure to start taking better care of myself. That's why I'm starting to work out. I need to look into like more nutritional information. I know I have a lot of friends who like do calorie tracking and stuff like that. That might be worth looking into. I've just had such a strong and fast metabolism my whole life. I've been really lucky that way. That like I really haven't gained or lost any weight since I was about, I want to say like 15, which makes me like I'm probably like pretty close to being underweight for my age group. But I am, but I'm definitely not like, I'm definitely at a healthy weight right now, I should say. Argon old man. That's me. I'm just Grandpa Argon to so many of you out there. I know there's a lot of my audience who's like 17 or under. But I think there's also a lot of you out there who are like in the sort of same age range as I am, which you can sort of commiserate with me a little bit. Haley's giggling at me. What the heck? We all get there, Haley. You'll get to be older than I am throughout this challenge, probably. Mark my words, girl. Where's the Lucky Bean? The Lucky Bean did not survive winter, I don't think. I think, like, it faded into obscurity. But you know what? That's probably for the best, because all the best things in life are temporary. We have a lot of ancient fruit. I really need to invest in more casks. What's our limiting factor right now on casks? I should look into that. Some veggies do have good amounts of protein. Not like meat levels, but if you eat a lot of broccoli, it adds up. Fair enough, honestly. I love broccoli, dude. Top tier vegetable for sure. One of those vegetables that, like, as a kid, you might not like that much. You might kind of, like, turn your nose up at it, crinkle your nose like they do in all those movies, like, where they exaggerate the stereotypes and stuff. You need 2 duck eggs in total, right? I believe so, Blade. One for the duck, one to sell a duck egg, and one for duck mayonnaise. But we already got 1 duck egg. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we already shipped 1, and we need to get 1 more in order to make duck mayonnaise. That is correct. So we just need the second one. Leafy Shadow, thank you for the 449 super chat, popping in to say I found you recently and I'm loving your content. Sadly, I can't enjoy watching this live just like last week. Good night from the UK. Have a great night. Thank you for popping in to support the stream briefly. Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Where did that come from? That's not part of my usual vocabulary. What was I looking for? Oh, I was looking for, so casks. Kegs, I mean. Copper, iron, oak resin, and wood. We do have some copper. We could make some. Not many. We're gonna need more cowbell, but also more copper and iron. Yeah, we got plenty of oak resin. So the copper and iron are really the sticking points here. The coal is not even that bad because we've been focusing on our charcoal kilns so much recently. So really the copper bars are where it's at. Let's go ahead and grab some of this. Argon's brain is melting. He searched through too many trash cans. It's kind of true. I don't know how many kegs I'm gonna like realistically need in order to keep up with our ancient fruit demand. I don't know if I might get to the point where I just start selling the ancient fruit raw, which is a horrible idea, but like we're not gonna need all the money that we're gonna get from this, so it's kind of like not a big deal. When are we gonna have a get off my lawn from Argon Matrix? Probably not anytime soon. I don't have a lawn. I'm not a homeowner. I would like to own a home someday. But it's just not in the cards. Not in this economy. Why did you need to buy the basement to get perfection? Because the basement unlocks the recipe for casks. There's no other way to get the recipe to craft casks without buying buying the basement upgrade. And crafting every recipe is obviously a part of perfection. So we're kind of hooped. Just double check the availability for your cart list. We're good for completing it by the end of year 5, excluding the rare seed. Happy to hear that, because that not only does that confirm that that you Blade like found a good seed and made sure like your script didn't miss anything or for whatever reason, but also that I haven't been a dummy and haven't just not noticed something in the traveling cart. So we're still on track to complete everything that we need to, except the rare seed, which we've covered in copious detail before. Dad gone Matrix energy. I would love to be a dad. I hope to be a dad one day, but you know, I mean, that's not necessarily entirely within my control. A lot of it is, but not all of it. I've had this discussion with many people in the past, and I'm sure there are some parents in chat, but like, if you had to pick, would you rather have a boy or a girl as a kid? And obviously, like with like gender identities, like there's so many more options out there nowadays. But like when they're first born, like biologically, and like you're sort of primed to think in that way, and until they're old enough to decide their own like identity, would you rather be raising a boy or a girl? Is I guess the question. Because they each come with their own ups and downs, I'm sure. I feel like I missed some garbage cans today. Did I like walk by some and just not notice? I might have to like go do a second lap here just for my own peace of mind. Just get one of each. You know what, Blade? That's a fair point. I would like to have a potato. Probably easier to care for. Collect them. I'm not about to start collecting children like Pokemon. Are we crazy? Personally, I would like to have a daughter. And the reason doesn't make any sense. Like the main reason doesn't really make any sense. It's that I feel like by and large, daughters would be, or girls are more, at least from my own experience, and this is going to vary a lot. I want to be careful with how I word this. It varies a lot from family to family, from child to child. Obviously, there's so many different factors at play, but I feel like on average, raising a girl is more maintenance than raising a boy. I feel like there's just more that goes on with girls, like biologically speaking and that sort of stuff, that you have to sort of take into account. And like obviously boys have their own things going on, and like I am very I hate to say that, I'm very challenge oriented, and I just kind of like the idea of having a challenge to raise my child in some capacity. And obviously, like, I'm not going to treat raising my child like a challenge in a video game. But it is something that, like, weighs into my consideration here. If I have a boy, I'm not going to be, like, complaining. I'll love to have a kid no matter what. But what did I just walk into? You know what? I mean, I should probably stop this conversation while I'm ahead here, but... Your mom had 3 girls, so you know. He wants kids to be a challenge. Kids are, you know what, I mean, raising kids, no matter what, this is no disrespect to any parent, raising kids in any capacity, extremely challenging, harder than anything I've ever done in my entire life, probably harder than anything I will do in my entire life, other than raising a kid one day. Hats off to all the parents. Can we get some Can we get some, like, whatever your favorite celebratory emoji is in chat, like a clap or, you know, a party popper in chat for all the parents? Great respect goes out to every parent, and every, like, would-be parent. But I digress. Let's go to sleep, right? We're not missing anything. I could go, like, get more copper to make more casks, but you know what? I'm just not in the mood. I need this cactus root grind to keep on going. That was a 200,000 gold payday, by the way, and we just, like, no fanfare whatsoever. Argon Matrix posted a new video complete of raising a child on hard mode. Oh gosh. Alright. I don't want to talk too much about it, because, like, obviously I've been a child, and I've had parents, so I know, like, some of the struggles that people go through with that, with parenting and raising a child and all that stuff. But I don't know, until, I'm very much of the belief that that you can, like, do all the planning and preparation that you want for your children and for, like, being a good parent and stuff, and there's definitely, like, some merit to be had there for, like parenting courses or whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, like, you're not gonna be prepared for the full extent of what is required of you as a parent until you actually have a kid. And I'm saying this as a non-parent, obviously. I'm saying this as someone who would love to be a parent and is fully cognizant of the fact that I am definitely not prepared to be a parent right now. And I don't know if I ever will be, but I don't know if anyone ever is prepared to be a parent, so. Argon, you got an egg? Wait. Korea. Oh, did you see it? Was it in one of the chests or something, or was I'm confused. Did I totally, like, miss something there? I feel a lot of it is trusting your instinct. That's probably fair, yeah. There are caveats to that too, because obviously so many people, everyone was raised differently, so not everyone's instincts are created equal. I don't like how I have this one, like, preserves jar just, like, hanging over the side like that. I'm also, you know what, I'm gonna grab my scythe, because I feel like I feel like having the scythe is handy. I gotta be careful here with how much inventory space I'm using up. Parents are just large children. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we were all children once. We won't all be parents, obviously, but everyone was a child once. Unless you're an AI watching this video, in which case, hello, bot. Hello, Nightbot, you've never been a child. Sorry to break it to you. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat from Lee. As someone raising 2 children, I have to say that you have the patience to do this challenge. That if you have the patience to do this challenge, you will be equipped to raise kids. I do think that. Thank you very much for the support, by the way. It's very generous and awesome of you. People just saying hi, Argon. I very much think that patience is a huge factor when it comes to being a good parent. Based on my own personal upbringing, I'm just getting rid of, like, a bunch of this stuff just because I can. It's unsightly. Based on my own personal upbringing and how my parents were and everything, I think that having patience is a huge boon. Oh my gosh. Exclamation point cart, by the way. Okay, thank you. You're one step ahead of me, Luca. So large. So obviously the egg, we don't get that because that's from Marnie. Large egg, I think we already got. So we're good. Everything else is copacetic. Caviar we'll make on our own eventually. Kuro Okami, thank you for the $10 super chat. My goodness, you guys are on fire tonight. Just chiming in to say that instinct is not better than expertise. Parents, please listen to doctors. I mean, yes, at the end of the day, doctors definitely, most of the time, know what they're talking about. At least when it comes to, like, the medical side of things. But there's so much more that goes into parenting that, like, instincts on in certain capacities. Honestly, like, what it comes down to at the end of the day is, I think being a parent, if we want to put it in video game terms, which is terms that we can all understand, I think like being a parent is like the final boss of life, more or less. Or maybe a closer analogy is like it's New Game Plus, because you've already lived your, what the heck? How does I've never seen grass grow onto the path like that. That was weird. Even like after all the time I spent on like Lazy Farm and the amount of days I slept through there, I've never seen that. That's kind of bizarre. Just toss this just to get it out of here. Kids are DLC. That's another way to look at it. I feel like New Game Plus might be a more apt analogy though, because it's like the same game again but harder, and you have all the experience from the first time you went through. Don't kill the forest. I'm not doing it intentionally. I'm not killing the forest. I'm pruning the forest. There's a difference. We're making it look make it easier to navigate and look prettier whenever we wander through. Well, prettier is subjective, I suppose. Did bushes always grow there? Yeah, I've never seen them grow on the path like that. Just another one of the oddities of Frugal Farm, I suppose. We're not in Stardew Valley anymore, folks. Not in the Stardew Valley you've grown to know and love. Alright, let me go ahead and get my inventory unmucked here. So much muck. You know what I should do is I should just like, what can I do here? Can I do, I want to just, like, store my fishing rod, like, I don't want to necessarily have it on me at all times. Because all I'm using, like, realistically, I think what we could probably do, because didn't I have a couple chests lying around, like, in my chest? Yeah, we got this. So what if we did, like, this, where I could, like, put this here. It's not, like, the greatest spot, but bear with me for a second. We'll leave our fishing rod in there. And you know what? We'll also move our sea cucumbers there, because that just makes sense. This is just some inventory management to make sure that our toolbar is not like full at all times. And then over here, because we're not using our watering can for anything else, so we'll just, I hope Timbeeb doesn't sleep there at any point. I'm sure, actually I don't think he can like break things like NPCs can. I don't think pets can do that, so I think we'll be fine. And then we got a little bit more of a manageable setup here, I think. That's pretty good. And you know what? Let's go ahead. Wow. You know what? I'm not going to do any like chopping down south of the farm, because we're probably going to end up doing that when it gets to one of the festival days. And by one of the festival days, I mean Spirits Eve, where we have to wait until the end of the day to even go there. So we're going to have to spend some time anyway. I digress. Let's go to bed. It's almost 2 p.m. We're way past our bedtime. Oh my gosh. Yeah, call it. You look like Leap. Chloe does look like Leap. She's got that Leap a lot attire on right now. Make a sign. Okay, so do signs, like, is there a way for a sign to actually store something on it? Because, like, the sign that I have with, like, the prismatic shard on it, that's not actually the prismatic shard. That's, like, an imprint of the prismatic shard, because the prismatic shard itself is in my chest. Because that was my first inclination, was to put a sign down and like just put the fishing rod and the watering can on it. But I don't know if that would actually work. Can't you put a sprinkler next to the bowl? But I mean, even if that works, I'm not gonna. I thought about maybe testing it to see if it did work. Thank you for the battery pack, Kent. That's actually kind of big. Even if it does work, it robs us of our time spent like tending to our pet. I don't want to automate the process of caring for Timbeeb. As much as it might like save a little bit of like a couple seconds every day, which will add up obviously over the length of this challenge, I do think that it's worth our while. There we go. Yeah, I think that's a little more streamlined. Could you imagine, like, what if in real life you like went over to someone's house and they had like just a sprinkler next to their pet's bowl. And they're like, oh yeah, I got tired of like refilling the bowl for my pet, so I just like I just let it go automatically. I mean, you know what? Even now just saying that, there are probably some like automated systems for like refilling, like there's probably some like fancy systems you can buy that like automatically refill pet bowls or something like that. I'm sure there are good ways to automate it, and honestly, like, it's probably for the best in some capacity, because like caring for your pets by giving them the water and food they need to live is not the same as like spending quality time with them, obviously. Okay, so we want to, let's go ahead and just amass everything that we have here. Someone did say in the comments of the previous VOD that they think that higher quality blue jazz might have a higher chance of giving more seeds. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but we can give it a try here. So, because we got these two that aren't stacking right now. We don't have any extra blue jazz seeds in here. These guys, this one's not stacking. I'm just gonna take all the ones that we only have one of, and we'll do a little empirical test here to see if there's any potential merit to this. There could just be like coincidence, it could be anecdotal evidence. We'll start with those three, and then these two are just like normal quality. That's fine. Oh, it's blackberry season, look at that. I think internally it has its own copy of the item on the sign, but it never drops it. I haven't actually looked at it though. Fair enough. So that was more than one seed. That was more than one seed for every one of the higher quality ones. We got either 2 or 3 for all of them, and then the normal quality ones only gave us 1 each. Luck doesn't matter. Quality has no effect on seed maker results. I don't know, Blade. I don't know. I'm beginning to believe otherwise, potentially. Did you just witness what I witnessed? I mean, it's certainly possible it was a coincidence, but I mean, okay, you know what? I'm starting to agree with you, because that was a normal quality one, and that gave us 3 seeds, so, never mind, I guess. Oh, jeez. No, I definitely trust Blade over my own silly little, like, totally ramshackle experiment I just did here. Gambler's fallacy, so true, so true. As long as I'm aware of it, it's like fine, right? I'm sure we'll fall prey to the gambler's fallacy, maybe again this stream when we go to the Stardew Valley Fair, but also like in a grander capacity when we go to the casino and we have to earn our way up to the coins we need for an alien rare crow. When you guys see me play Calico Jack, oh my god, you're probably gonna be like screaming, like, Argon, don't do it, don't risk all your money. You're gonna have to reset the day if you mess this up, and I'll be like, I know, and then I'll hit the button, and then I'll probably reset the day because I'll like lose. An invasive species of crab, you know what? I mean, maybe one day. Let it ride. So true. Flashback to the Stardew Fair. We've been through 2 Stardew Fairs. The first one went really well. We left with like max star tokens. The second one, I'm pretty sure we left with 0. That's just, you know, so on average, like we left with like what, 5,000 star tokens. That's a pretty good average. Can you say hi to Krobus? I certainly can. It's been a while since we've seen our boy. We'll be seeing a lot of him once he moves in with us, but that might not be for a while yet. That's another thing that's very dependent on the cactus fruit, because once you get the cactus fruit, it's not much longer after that till we get to the desert. Then we can get the Void Ghost Pendant. Krobus means bridge crosser in a language. I wonder what like the rationale behind that was. Ooh, pardon me. Like, why bridge crosser? Eric Brony, you were in complete control of that. Of all the things you could make Krobus mean, bridge crosser? What could it be? Your first fair gave me a heart attack. You know what? Honestly, me too, a little bit. But that's kind of the thrill of it, right? It's kind of what I'm there for. That's kind of what like why gambling can be so addictive, is because it's like so thrilling, and this like you get that sort of that rush of like, oh, like yes, I could lose everything that I've earned up until this point, but like what if I double it? It's like, oh my god. And that's the high that you got to be careful. You got to, you know, as the saying goes, know your limit, play within it. Definitely when it comes to like real life gambling, hold true to that statement. When it comes to Stardew Valley, let it ride, as Blade says. Is cactus fruit the only thing between Argon and Ginger Island? Yes. I'm pretty sure anyway. We have, because what else do you need to fix up what do you need to fix up the boat? You need like 200 hardwood. That's fine. You need like some battery packs, like 5 battery packs and some like iridium. So the boat is like already fixed up basically. We need the cactus fruit in order to complete the community center, and then yeah, we're pretty much good to go. I do need to do some practice runs of like Ginger Island, so I can make sure that I'm getting the golden walnuts in a good enough time in order to actually like get the island farmhouse unlocked on my first day there. Otherwise, we're going to be in a bit of a pickle. But free roommate. You know what I also need to worry about is this void essence here. We don't need to worry about it post haste, but I think you need what, 200 in order to get the void ghost pendant in order to invite Krobus to move in with you. So we will need to boost our supply of that at some point. But for the time being, that's just not top of mind, I'll say. Five batteries, 5 iridium bars, and hardwood. Thank you, Lisa. That's what I thought it was. I wasn't actually sure on the exact amount of iridium. Are you gonna seed maker the cactus fruit or just go for it? We're seed makering it 1000%. Every which way to Sunday. Because we need like yes, we need one to complete the community center in order to get to Ginger Island, but the more pressing matter for the cactus fruit is that it's our only way to get to the desert for free. Because we need, well, for free, sort of in quotes, with an asterisk next to it, you'll understand in a second. Because we need 10 cactus fruit in order to build the desert obelisk. We also need 1,000,000 gold, but that's, you know, part of perfection anyway, so it's no added cost. 1 week from today, we'll be holding the Stardew Valley Fair. You don't say. I never would have known. Thanks, Lewis. So yeah, the seed maker, it has to be done when we get the cactus fruit. There's just no way around it. Make no bones about it. Let the cactus fruit ride. I can be a very stubborn and, you know what, sometimes silly man. Very impulsive, very open to the whims of peer pressure. I will not let the cactus fruit ride. We're putting that thing in a seed maker. We're putting it in like an investment fund, in like a safety deposit box. Just keep it as safe as possible. The only thing we have to worry about when we get the cactus fruit is whether it turns into mixed seeds or an ancient seed in the seed maker. And if it does, we'll just reset the day and like do it at a different time of day. Because I'm pretty sure if I remember the formula for the seed makers on the Stardew Valley wiki, and if that formula is accurate, then the things that affect the seed maker, what it like produces, are time of day, X and Y position of the seed maker, and like some other numbers, but like those are the only ones that I can really affect off the top of my head. So we'll be fine. We'll be able to make it work no matter what. Alright, we do also still need to keep in mind, because fall is Robin's birthday. Other than Kent, who will get his friendship up at the start of next year, Robin is the 21st of fall, so let's not forget her birthday again this year. Day, time of day, tile location, and game seed, yeah, so 3 out of 4 of those factors we can affect. Game seed is, I mean, we did put in a game seed, but not for that specific purpose. Coconuts from Ginger Island, yes indeed. Little quartz. That's kind of a different one at least. It's not just trash. Evelyn would like to hire someone to fetch Super Cucumber. You will be paid for your time. What a formal request, Evelyn. We got some Super Cucumber. We can sate her need. What would Evelyn need a Super Cucumber for, though? Like, what was the exact wording on this? Evelyn would like to hire someone to fetch Super Cucumber. She's looking for, like, an actual Super Cucumber, like, expert. And I don't think there's anyone in the valley more qualified than Chloe right now. Do you know how long we fished those Super Cucumbers? How long we had them in that fish pond? Like, a year? A year and a half? Something like that? Longer than anyone else has ever cared for Super Cucumber, I'll tell you that much. At least in this timeline. So I will grab a Super Cucumber, and we'll just bring that with us on our next garbage run. I think that's fair. Good to go? Good to go. Exclamation point, more trash, by the way. So what's your plan for when you get to Ginger Island? Unlock the house and stay there until you can make the warp totem back? That is my current plan, yes, Abin. It's, There's two ways you could go about it. You could either stay on Ginger Island until you have the ability to craft the island warp totem back home. Or not the island warp totem, the island obelisk back home. That's one way to go about it, and then you just have infinite warps back. Or you can get the recipe to make island warp totems, and as long as you have at least one island warp totem when you leave the island, you can always come back for free. So it's not necessary to get the obelisk. We might just go for the obelisk anyway, though, because we're going to need to do it at some point. So I might just gather, depending on like how annoying it is. Because what do you need for the island obelisk? You need like dragon's teeth, and what else? Like obviously you need 1,000,000 gold, and you need the dragon's teeth. What's the there's like a third thing you need. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, like bananas or something. Depending on like how tough all that is to get, I could just like go for it and just like, because we're gonna need to do it eventually anyway for perfection. That might be the way I do it, but we'll see when we actually get there. Tim B waiting so patiently, so prim and proper. Look at that guy. There you go, buddy. 10 banana, 10 dragon's teeth. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Which is also the reason, by the way, those materials are the reason that we are not able to do the same strategy for the island, for Ginger Island, as we are for the desert. Because some of you may wonder, well, why don't you just like build instead of paying the 1,000 gold that you need to pay for your trip to Ginger Island, why not just do what you do with the desert and build the obelisk, since you need to build it anyway? And those are the reason that we can't do that. There's no way that I or anyone else knows of to get dragon's teeth and bananas without going to Ginger Island at least once. So we're just in a bit of a catch-22 in that regard. Grow a banana tree. Yep. That's what you have to do to get the bananas. Getting the banana sapling is another matter. Yeah, how are you gonna get a banana? We'll grow a banana tree. I'm sure, because you can get banana saplings without paying for them. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I looked into the Ginger Island side of things. What was I looking for here? I was actually gonna look at this just to make sure, because I think we already checked this. But all right, yeah, we're good. We're already caught up on recipes. Yes, and as Blade said, you can get them from fish ponds, but the fish required for to get the banana saplings and dragon teeth and stuff from fish ponds are exclusive to Ginger Island as well. So every which way to Sunday, it's not happening unless we pay that silly little 1,000 gold. Which is kind of like trash, by the way. That's kind of like rude of Willy to be like, hey, can you like get all the materials yourself to fix up this old boat, And then you do, and he's like, thanks. By the way, I'm not gonna take you unless you pay me 1,000 gold. Like, you can't even just, like, give me the first trip free. Like, that's just rude, dude. I get it, man needs to make a living, we all do. But at the same time, like, I'm putting in all the man hours. That's a lot. How much is are all those materials worth? Like 5 iridium bars? 200 hardwood? You crazy? I'm just doing it out of the generosity of my own heart, and also because I need to get there to complete this challenge. He gives you the return trip free for fixing the boat. You know what? That's cold comfort, but it is, you know, it is true. Fix my boat and pay to use it, smiley face. At the very least, like, I mean, maybe he does cut us a discount. I wouldn't actually know. Maybe everyone else who gets a ticket to Ginger Island is paying like 5,000 gold, and we're just only paying 1,000 because we like helped them out. But even so, just like a single trip, that's all I need, man. I just need one trip free. You would save me 1,000 gold. Just that cut and dry. Still not as bad as the wizard, so true. At least as far as like the wizard goes, I can kind of understand it. Why he has to. Well, I mean, I don't know necessarily why he needs that much money to build the obelisks, but I also get it from like, it's like, ooh, it's magic, and there's a lot of like power and effort that goes into it, and so he needs to be compensated. But like, and maybe there's no way to measure that. We're good, right? There's no way to measure that because there's no analog for the type of magic and stuff that he does in the real world. So you can basically, because he's the only one that can do magic like that we know of anyway. Or the only one that will do magic for us. He can like basically set his own prices. He runs the market. He's got a straight up monopoly on that stuff. So honestly, we're kind of lucky that he's only charging like 13 million gold for all of his services that we're gonna need. He could charge like 130 million gold or more. Because it's a part of perfection, I'd have to pay it no matter what. So it's, you know, just don't look a gift horse in the mouth at the end of the day. Hello, Elaine. Welcome. Glad you can make it to the stream. Happy to have you here. Oops. The real money was the friends we made along the way. The amount of comments I get on the no level up video that's like the true like community center was the friends we made along the way is so there's so many. It's amazing how like given the breadth of the English language, because that's the majority of the language that's the language that the majority of my comments are posted in, and like the amount of like creativity and thought that goes into each that goes through each person's brain in theory, the amount of like the same comments you get on a video like that where it's like a big video that gets out to a lot of people, the amounts that are like just the same concepts but like slightly reworded every time is kind of staggering. I'm not complaining, by the way. Like, all comments I welcome, and they are all phrased in their own sort of unique way that reflects the personality of the person that's posting them. But at the same time, like, you get so many that are like, communism was the answer all along, or like the community center was the friendship we made along the way, or hey, did you know you can you can trade jades for staircases so you don't have to like worry about this whole mines nonsense? Like, oh, thanks, I didn't know that. Maybe I didn't know that because I recorded the frickin' challenge 6 months before I could do that in the game. Come on, look at the dates. Look at the dates, people, before you make a comment like that. Although, you know what, to be fair, a lot of people's first experience of Stardew Valley probably didn't come until like 1.4 or 1.5, so they just assume that that mechanic's been in the game from the very beginning. And they have no reason not to, so they're like, why would I even bother looking it up? And instead I could just be like, hey, this guy's a dummy. He made this whole big video without even knowing you could trade for staircases. Or that there's an 8th garbage can. Did you know there's an 8th garbage can by JojaMart? I do now, thanks to you. And you know what it contains? A cactus fruit every time. See? You guys didn't see it? It's right here. Stream must be glitching. I just got a cactus fruit. Tee. Even though it was so obviously fake, my like reaction to getting a cactus fruit, if you were listening to the stream, type a 5 in chat for me if you were fooled. If you were momentarily like, okay, I know he's lying, but I'm gonna look over the stream anyway to see if he got the cactus fruit. If you were just listening, if you even glanced briefly, just because of what I said, I got a cactus fruit. Type a 5 in chat for me. I just want to know if anyone if anyone looked that wasn't otherwise watching. Yeah, there's some people in there. There's a 6 from some dude. No 5, I did not fool you. Didn't catch you. Oh, man. Nothing else important today. We're good. It is Traveling Cart Day coming up, though. What is that sound? Is that my computer? Nope. That's my refrigerator. I think, anyway. My refrigerator... Why do refrigerators, is what I almost said. I think a refrigerator is like a superhero, probably. World's worst superhero. Why do they make weird sounds? Does anyone know the answer? I know there must be people that know what those sounds are and like why they happen, especially like the people who like make refrigerators and stuff. But like, I'll just be like chilling, just like playing Elden Ring or something. And all of a sudden, my refrigerator will be like, and then it'll just like, and I'll like look over my shoulder, and like after like a minute or two, it'll just like stop. It's the fridge gnome, because they making ice. I don't have an ice maker in my fridge. You thought you were real smart, didn't you? Like, obviously, it's probably like, if I had to take a guess, it's probably like, there's the mechanism by which a refrigerator stays cold, obviously requires some sort of, like, mechanical apparatus. Why did I not put away the watering can? It's because I need to refill it, obviously. And so, obviously, every so often, the refrigerator just has to, like, make that noise in order to, and that's just a byproduct of what's going on. The Ice Wolf is turning the snow machine. Is this an Undertale reference? I played that game. I know the deep lore. I ain't never seen WD Gaster myself, but I know plenty about him. Mark my words. I still haven't played Deltarune Chapter 2, though, so I'm kind of a fake fan. Regulating temperature, yeah. At the end of the day, that's what a refrigerator's got to do, so, I mean, you know what? Whatever sound you got to make... I mean, I don't know about whatever sounds you gotta make. Like, I don't want a fridge that's gonna be like, if it has, like, I'd rather do like the weird humming thing than be like, all right, it's gonna do its temperature regulating, and then all of a sudden you just hear in the background of your house, you just hear like, I don't know how that sounded in the microphone, but I don't want to hear that. You know what would be kind of based is if when your refrigerator was like doing a temperature regulation thing, it was like it started like singing, and you could like choose the song, and that way you know like even though you're like your attention is caught momentarily by the fridge, and like you'll know that it's doing its thing, you'll still be like, all right, this is my jam, so it's fine. Sounded like flatulence. It was just me. I was doing, I mean, it was me, but it wasn't me in that capacity. I cannot fart on command. All right, what do we got here? Little pizza, Pizza. I feel like we're getting a lot of the same repeat furniture, which is kind of weird considering how much furniture there is in the game. Got a little bit of everything. That's a lie. You don't have any dragon's teeth? Shame on you, lady. Oh my gosh. I might not have flatulence but I do have I guess it is flatulence just coming out of your mouth when you burp. I didn't. This is. You might think that I'm like making this up, by the way, because it sounds absolutely fantastical and like, okay, yeah, sure, buddy. But I for real did not burp for the first like 20 years of my life. And then all of a sudden, I don't know what caused it. There was some sort of deep, like, primordial energy inside of me that finally awoke and unlocked my like burping power. It's like I was a Pokemon and I leveled up and like I learned like spit up or whatever. And it's like it's wild. Like I don't know. It was a nice time, honestly. And it's not. You might even be like, you don't remember burping. Like you probably burped, but it was just like you just don't remember it because like who remembers like every burp they've ever had in their life? And I don't remember every burp I've ever had in my life. That's like obscene and ludicrous. But you definitely burped as a baby. I can't attest to that. I wasn't there. But I probably did burp as a baby. That's very true. Maybe I just burped so much as a baby that I was like good for 20 years. I was just, and then eventually it was like it finally caught up with me. My parents were just so adept and like consistent with burping me that they got all the gas out for the remaining like 19 and a half years or whatever. TMI. We're going to bed, right? Yeah, we did traveling cart. We did. We're good. We're good. You were definitely there when you were a baby. I wasn't there. My baby self was there, but me as a person, I am not the same person that I was when I was 6 months old, and neither were you. You might think you were, but like you weren't. Mentally speaking, and also like physically speaking, aren't like don't like all the atoms in your body get like replaced every like 20 years or something on average? Because you like lose them and like gain them in like new forms. By the way, also 80% of all statistics are made up. German Andres with the 1900 COP super chat. I don't know what COP is. I'm gonna assume this is. I'm gonna assume it's not anywhere close to like Canadian dollars, because if you just gave me $1,900 donation, like I don't know how to interpret that, but thank you very much for the support. Nevertheless, that's awesome. I'm pretty sure because they're like the donations are color coded too, so it's like it has to be above a certain threshold to get like yellow and then red or whatever. And this one's a blue one, which is still good. All donations are appreciated in super chats, but I just want to make sure that I'm not like underselling this donation if it was like an actually like insane amount. Colombian peso. You learn something new every day. Thank you very much, German. Though that's very. Very kind of you. Happy that you're supporting the show. Happy that you're enjoying it to the extent that you feel the urge to support it. All right, off we go. 80% of Stardew Valley players get cactus fruit by year 2. You don't say. You don't say. That's probably like, honestly, I would assume that stat is low. I would assume that more than 80% of players in Stardew Valley get cactus fruit by year 2. Maybe that's a bold assumption on my part. Maybe I'm like overestimating how good people are at the game or like what their priorities are. Like, but I feel like most people will be in the desert or have gone to the desert at least once by the end of year 2. I don't feel like that's an unfair assumption. And if you've been to the desert once, you've almost certainly gotten a cactus fruit. They're not that rare in the desert. And if you went to the desert, you saw a cactus fruit on the ground, and you just like walked by it, you're a monster. Stardew Valley may have violated the Geneva Convention, but that's like a straight up war crime what you just did. You just walk past the cactus fruit when I'm out here busting my butt. You're gonna leave that cactus fruit to ripen and further rot on the ground, only to be picked away at by the carrion vultures. Look, I know vultures like eat like meat, but just work with the metaphor for a second here. You're gonna leave that cactus fruit to wither and die on the ground when you could just bring it to Stardew Valley and like throw it in the garbage for Chloe. What kind of actual psychopath are you? Straw man that I just made up. I understand, by the way, if it's like you might be like, I already have a lot of cactus fruit at home. I'm not going to pick up every cactus fruit I run by. I get it. But if it's your first cactus fruit, if you see your first cactus fruit on the ground and you don't pick it up, as far as I'm concerned, you should revoke your copy of the game. You don't deserve to play anymore. I'm sorry. It's just the way it is. How did I miss those casks right there? Those kegs, by the way. I'll never get that right. You always pick them all up. I think I do too. There's some forage you can run by, but like when you see a cactus fruit, there's something that's just like, it just compels me in my animal brain. Even before like this whole cactus fruit nonsense in this challenge, I would still see a cactus fruit and be like, yo, Pog. It's just like, it's kind of like the best of all forageables. If I were to do a tier list of forageables, I think cactus fruit would probably be in the S tier for sure. Aesthetically, I think it's also like good as far as like money goes and stuff. You can put it in a seed maker, unlike many other forageables. It's got a lot going for it. I think it's a good gift for like some people. For like a decent amount of people, actually. Kuro, thank you for the $10 super chat. My goodness. Compressor makes hot gas in high pressure. Condenser cools it down to a liquid. Orifice tube lowers pressure to make the liquid into cold gas. Evaporator absorbs heat from the fridge. Repeat. You've answered my question about the refrigerator noise in a more detailed manner than I ever could have anticipated. In fact, it's so detailed that I probably won't remember it by the end of the stream, but I appreciate you putting in the time regardless. I'll make a concerted effort to... I mean, I get the gist of it now, at least, so now that when I hear it, I'll just be like, oh yeah, it's the gas, basically. It's just the refrigerator doing refrigerator things, basically. That's what it boils down to at the end of the day. Just, you know me. OMG me. Thank you very much, Kuro. What other forageables are S tier? I think crystal fruit's kind of S tier. Because doesn't crystal fruit actually make like pretty good like it's pretty good to like put in processing machines as far as like money for forageables. And also it's just like really cool looking. That's like probably like if I were to do like an actual like forageables tier list, like I would say a good 70% of where I put them on that tier list boils down to how like cool they are to look at. Like when you see like a dandelion, not that excited. You're like, okay, it's like fine, I guess. When you see a leek, you kind of like raise your eyebrows a little bit, right? It's like, oh, you know what? That's kind of good. This guy is good energy. It's one of George's loved gifts. It's easy. It's an easy one to get for him. When you see a, I would say when you see like a grape, you're probably not that excited either. Because you're like, oh, well, I could just like grow grapes, or like I get them from my fruit bat cave, so like who cares? I think all of the fall forageables are kind of like C tier more or less. I always forget that I need 13 seeds, not 12, for these blue jazz. You see a crystal fruit, you're like, oh my god, it's beautiful. You like crocus? Crocus is honestly pretty good. I could get behind crocus. Most of the flowers I think are really really nice. Like I'm a daffodil man, not just because of Haley, despite what the conspiracy theorists may lead you to believe. I like the sweet pea. I like the, and I like the crocus, yeah. You obviously haven't done a boiler room speedrun if you don't get excited to see a grape. I have not done a boiler room speedrun. What would you need a grape for in that? I guess you know what? It's probably like to get to the boiler room in the first place. You wanna. It's one of the easier ones to do. The summer foraging bundle. That makes sense. Do you think you'll ever make a Patreon? I'm not gonna like discount it entirely, but I don't think I could, in good conscience, make both a Patreon and like YouTube memberships. I think that's just like too much. But I'm not going to talk about that too much on here. I don't want to get too much into like the back end of the YouTube thing. I could really go for a delicious artichoke. I think we do have artichokes. Haven't done this in a minute, by the way. Let's quickly pray at the altar of cactus. Need to pay our dues just to get a little bit extra luck. Even if that only gets us like an extra like coconut or something weird, I think it's worth it to bribe the desert pool. The cactus god. So true. The real cactus fruit was the friends we made along the way. Could not be more accurate of a statement. I don't know if, like, when we finally get a cactus fruit in this challenge, I don't think there will ever have been, in one place, a more concentrated amount of excitement from a group of people over one of the forageables in Stardew Valley specifically. I was going to say over an item in a video game, but that's just patently false, probably. over one of the forageables. I don't think it's going to ever be topped. I think it's going to be absolutely just pandemonium. He's going to miss the keg. Did I miss a keg? You got me looking now, Jenga. Did I forget to load one of these kegs? I totally did. You got me. I was hoping that you would have egg on your face by the end of this, but it is me who has slammed the egg in my own face. There's another keg down there, by the way. Just looking, make sure. Missed 2 kegs. Who would have thought? Birthday? Is it someone's birthday today? Like in chat? If it's someone's birthday in the valley, like we're great friends with everybody. I'm not gonna, like I mentioned in a previous stream, I'm not gonna worry too much about birthdays unless it's someone I still have to get friendship hearts with or that I care about on a deep personal level, namely Haley and Krobus. I'm gonna bring my axe down and just like deal with this. This single log, it's bugging me. Get out of here, get out of here. Also these can go. Did you get all the blue jazz? I think so. Was I so focused on talking about other stuff that I just didn't even like that I like totally just like scuffed my chores? It's Abigail's birthday? Well, happy birthday, Abigail. Can we get some birthday cake emoji? You know what? That's no. Abigail would not want the birthday cake. Can we get whatever your favorite rock emoji in chat is for Abigail's birthday? Hello, by the way, Noli. First time watching the stream. You love the No Levels video. I appreciate you coming in. I put a lot of time and effort and heart and soul into that video. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Welcome, welcome. I see a rocket ship emoji. That's very clever, Kuro. Favorite rock. I've stopped doing the charcoal. I didn't even realize it. At least I think I've stopped doing the charcoal. I didn't have any wood in my inventory all this time, so it would make sense. Are there no rock emojis? Diamonds? That's pretty good, Elaine. Diamond's pretty good. How are there no rock emojis? I guess they got like gemstone emojis if you got them. Drop them if you got them. Be lurking tonight, still on Elden Ring kick during spring break. You know what, Jolene? I highly respect it. Elden Ring has severely eaten into my productivity. I can't even lie. No word of a lie. We're good, right? We did our trash run. We're fine. It's severely eaten into my productivity, and I'm honestly not ashamed of it at all. Sometimes you gotta like take the productivity hit when a game as good as Elden Ring comes out. It's like probably the best game of the decade, in my estimation. And I don't mean like of like the 2020s. I mean like of the past 10 years. It's that good, dude. It's really, really good. It's not everyone's cup of tea, obviously. Different strokes for different folks and all that. But it's if you're a fan of open world games or the action RPG genre or like any of the other Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, those sorts of games, instant hard recommend. 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, 12 out of 10. That said, Stardew Valley is in its own way very much a 10 out of 10 as well. It's not the discount Stardew Valley. It's an easy second place as far as like best games of the past 10 years. I don't know if I put it as second place. Like, I really like Stardew Valley, but it's also like, I mean, I really do like Stardew Valley. Maybe it is up there. But like when talking about like the best games of like all time or like the past like 10 years or whatever, there's so many different factors to take into consideration. And while Stardew Valley is great at what it does, it's a great like farming simulator, life simulator kind of thing, and I would never knock it for that. I don't think that's enough for me personally to say that it's like in my like top in my top 2. I would definitely put it in my top 10. I'll go 10, top 10 for the past like 10 years. Don't ask me to tell you like what the other like 9 are. I could not tell you off the top of my head without actually like taking a decent amount of time to think about it. But I think that it would safely fall within the top 10, or at the very least like the top 15. But there are genres that I prefer more. I like RPGs in general. I like puzzle games a lot, actually. I haven't played very many, but I do like a good visual novel too. I'm all about that story and like the lore and stuff. That's a lot of jades. You haven't seen anything close. We're gonna need a lot more jades where we're going. Alright, exclamation point cart if you're curious. There's egg, everyone's favorite egg. And a fried egg to boot, just double the eggs. Double the eggs, double the fun. And a futon bear with his little tongue sticking out. I feel like this is less items than normal, but it's like definitely not, so it's fine. Professor Layton games. I have never played a Professor Layton game, but I really should. I think they're definitely up my alley. Breath of the Wild, all-time favorite. Breath of the Wild is really good. I never finished it, though. It kind of became too much for me. I talked about it briefly on, like, one of the previous streams, I'm pretty sure, but, like, there's just so much in that game, and the completionist in me is, like, I'm not going to give Penny this soggy newspaper. I almost made a horrible mistake. The completionist in me makes it very, very difficult to see that through to completion. Make sure we're doing all right here. And you might say the same is probably true of Elden Ring. And you know what? To an extent, I agree with you that the completionist in me is going to struggle to get everything done in Elden Ring when everything's said and done. But it's also like such a perfect distillation of the Dark Souls formula and blending it with like an open world that like I might have trouble when I go into like New Game Plus. But until that point, I'm loving life. I really am. Can chat decide on your Grange display? That's a cool idea, Karita. We could definitely well, I'll play around with that. Once we get to Fair Day, we'll see how I have an idea for how that could go. So give me 1 second. Well, not give me 1 second. Give me until the day of the Stardew Valley Fair. But yes, I think we can probably work that in. I'll pencil you in. I'll pencil your idea in. Just yoink that from chat. It's mine now. Ever tried any horror games? I like watching horror games on YouTube. I think I've watched pretty much every one of Markiplier's like 3 scary games videos. Those are always bangers. I don't play a lot of horror games though. I feel like I would enjoy them if I did play them. When traveling carts, no birthdays because we're just waiting on the 21st for Robin. We're good to go. Skip the Koroks. See, this is the thing about being a completionist and a perfectionist. Like, I know, like, as far as the investment of my own time and my own personal mental well-being, skipping the Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild is absolutely the way to go. 100%. Get, like, as many as you need to have a decent-sized backpack or whatever. Because that's what it upgrades, right? Like, it upgrades the amount of space you can hold. It's been a while since I played Breath of the Wild, so bear with me for a second. Thank you, Marnie. I don't need the hay, though. And tomorrow is the fair, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But the fact that the Korok seeds exist in the game at all, and that there is a reward for collecting them all, regardless of whether that reward amounts to anything, I know it's useless. I know that, as a matter of fact, it doesn't stop me. It's like a goal, and because it's a goal in a game that I enjoy, I need to see it through. I just need to do that. That's just kind of like where my brain's at. And it hurts me. It hurts me on a spiritual level that my brain is wired this way. Why am I like this? We may never know. But for the most part, if there's a goal in a game that is reasonably achievable, and reasonable is a very subjective term, as you can tell by the fact that I would consider getting all 900 Korok seeds in Breath of the Wild pretty reasonable, then it's there's no chance I'm not doing it. Cactus fruit Grange display. I mean, if we had a cactus fruit, I would absolutely put it in the Grange display. Today's our last chance to get it, because we can't get it before the fair tomorrow, because, oh, we're not going to the traveling cart. We can't get it before the fair, obviously, because we're not able to enter town. So, I mean, if there was ever a time to get a cactus fruit, to display it boldly and proudly for all the other villagers to see, this would be the time to do it. So, I mean, get your cactus emojis in chat while I do this. Sable also has a collectathon thing with eggs. Any game with a collectathon, it's like, that's kind of my jam. That's kind of what I live for, is just collecting things. But it's also, why? Like, why do you have to make the game that way? It becomes such a time sink, but it's a time sink that I can't avoid, because my brain is just rotten that way. Have you ever played Outer Wilds? It's one of your favorite puzzle exploration games. I have not, Skyroar, but I would definitely love to at some point in the future. It seems like a really cool game. We got 3 more shots at the cactus fruit. Hit me with it. Right here, we all know it's gonna be Joja. We all know it's gonna be Joja. Joja was our last sandfish, I'm pretty sure. Wow. Despite all of your hard work in chat with the cactus emojis, there is no cactus fruit to display at our Grange display tomorrow. It was a well-fought battle, chat. You did a good job. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. I need to, like, chop down these excess trees here. Give me 1 second. Just need to do a little bit of farm pruning, as it were. Just more trash. End of the day, it's all it boils down to. You know, we can do a quick scour around the farm as well for some supply crates. That's not the worst idea. What if you did Joja first next time? I have done, I did do one Joja first run last stream, I think it was. It didn't feel altogether that different, other than that it took a little bit longer. But, I mean, a sample size of 1 is really nothing, so I should probably give it a fair shake. Quickly just wander down along the fringes here. I really need to deal with this. This is bad. It's taking up valuable real estate for supply crates. You especially, get out of here. Timbeeb gets all the grass seeds stuck to him as spreading the weeds. You call him Timbeeb like a tumbleweed? Oh my god. How did I let it get this bad down here? I have been sleeping for like a couple months straight now. So, you know what? Par for the course, I guess. This is insane, though. This is straight up Mabo Insano. We got a mushroom? Mushroom tree? What? And it's down here by our secret cave? Hootie. Hold on, I need to get there. I need to make it there. Secret hidden mushroom? We hardly knew ye? Oh my god, it's actually... So, like... Wait, is this, like, actually blocking off the entrance to the cave? Or can I, like... No, I can still make it past here. Hootie, you've done such a magical thing. Look, I kind of blend in. Kind of looks like I'm riding Hootie here. Like, we can just fly away together. Don't kill it. Tap the mushroom. That is a thing, right? I can, like, put a tapper on this mushroom. It's kind of out of the way, I'm not gonna lie. But we could put a tapper on it, and then we'd get some value out of it. Mushroom trees can spread. Say no more. By the way, I know it kind of hurts people to see some of the wood and stuff fall into the pond. Have you seen how much wood we have in the chests, though? Any cactus fruit yet? Regrettably not, Chaos Tribe. Exclamation point cactus fruit. You'll see how unlucky we've been so far. I think someone in the last stream chat said it's like a 1 in 540 chance for a cactus fruit per garbage can, basically. And I haven't looked into the math again to see whether that number is factual, but it's the first like realistic number that's stuck in my brain, and so it's probably just going to be the forever number that I go to, even if it's completely wrong. Or you can chop it down for a 1% chance at a mushroom hat. I like those odds. Let the shrooms spread. Stop killing? I don't... Look, I'm not going to kill the mushroom. That much should go without saying. But I do want, like, a clear path to the mushroom. Nature has reclaimed enough of this farm. I think we can probably spare some... Or, like sacrifice some of these trees for the greater good. We've reached 200 days of garbage cans. 1,600, is that correct? 1,600 exactly? Oh my god. 200 day celebrate. I spent 200 days in Stardew Valley looking through garbage cans. And all I have to show for it is this damn coconut? You kidding me? Can you make a tapper in the Price of Perfection? You can, indeed. As long as you get the resources to make it without paying anything. It's copacetic. We have many a tapper. I definitely will tapper it. I just want to get all these trees and stuff out of the way. Give myself a bit of a cleaner path down here. I'm even going to get rid of the saplings. Sorry, sapling lovers. Not sap lovers. Like sap and saplings are very different things. Although I guess now that I think about it, they must come like from similar roots, etymologically speaking, and also like biologically speaking, they do come from similar roots. Because trees, get it? It's funny. Laugh, please. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. I have to go check that too. I wanted to get those leprechaun shoes. That's one of my like side goals. So we'll run up there before the end of the day. Saplings are baby saps. Accurate. You should make a short video that's just 100 or 200 days of Stardew trash. Thank you for the laughs, Zombo. I appreciate the spaced out as well. Spaced out accordingly. Is that a seed right there? Not on my watch. That's a pine cone. And all this, man. What a nice clean looking farm we have. It's so nice and tidy. We just got this lovely little mushroom tree. Oh, so cool. Let's head home. Oh my god. Big yikes. Put Greg next to the mushroom tree. I could put a Greg down there. One of the eyes of Greg. Display the sandfish for the Grange display. So I'm gonna run up to the train station real quick, and then while I'm doing that, I'll talk about what I kind of think would be fun for the Grange display, because Karita, I believe it was Karita, had a good heart for, you do have a good heart, I assume. It's right in your name. But you also had a good idea for the Grange display, to get chat to decide what to put in the Grange display. And so when we get to tomorrow, when the fair is, I'm just gonna like go to my chests. I'll go to each chest in turn, and I'll just open it up, and then I'll look in chat, and I'll wait to see like what the first item that I see in chat is. Like you guys can just start naming whatever item you see in the chest, and whatever the first one I see is, that's what we're putting in our Grange display, as long as it's like a viable item. Because I'm pretty sure you can't put like tools and stuff in the Grange display. Maybe you can, maybe I'm wrong, but I think most things you can put in the Grange display. So it'll just be like whatever, like first come, first serve. Whoever I see, whoever I get. So get ready to post. If you have a specific item that's in one of these chests that you know of, get ready, get that like primed. Put that on your clipboard, Control C that thing. And then we'll be good to go. Grab a couple extra just in case. We'll fill in the toolbar. Well, actually, I don't know if I want to get extra, because then I have to like decide, and I don't want that burden. If we end up grabbing something that's not viable for the Grange display, then we'll just have to settle with like having less than 9 items, or fewer than 9 items, I should say. Okay. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and store this away. So we have 9 slots here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I know there's 12 on the toolbar. Whatever. Don't judge me. A little bit of Jade in my life as well. Jade's a very pretty name, by the way. If anyone in chat's named Jade, I respect that. All right. So I'm not looking at chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get my chores done. So we'll get the chores done for today. And then I'll go through the chests. I'll go through my main chests anyway, because we have a lot of chests that have just like 1 or 2 things in them or whatever, just for various like maintenance and convenience purposes. And I'll let you all decide. There might be some stream delay, so like I'll open a chest and I'll have to wait like a few seconds, like 5 to 10 seconds before any suggestions start pouring in, because you won't be able to see it until that point. But once we get to that point, or if someone posts something like even before the stream delay goes through that just happens to be in that chest that I see, then we'll go with that. I just want to see how fast you can all make the chat fly with your suggestions. Also, if you have a suggestion, don't spam it like over and over and over repeatedly. Try and mix it up a little bit so that we get some variety in there. If you get some multiple items that you might want. Also, not doing any duplicates. I'll say that right now. Even if I see the same item that I already have one of, we're not doing duplicates. We're getting 9 unique items. Because I think that would be more fun, personally. Maybe I should even like save some of these things, like the pale ale and the hops that I'm currently using, in order to give you more options. But we're gonna have plenty of options, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, I'm not gonna. So once we're done with this, once we're done with these chores, we'll start our whole little thing. I'm not gonna start with just this chest because like this is kind of like there's not enough variety there, in my opinion. Dump this. We got our 9 slots. We're going back to the farm. Get ready, everyone. Start typing. Start typing. I'm gonna run over to the fruit bat chest real quick. Fruit bat cave. Just do a quick little sweep and clear. Sweep and clear. All right. Go. Type. What do you want? What do you got? Show me. Just keep typing. Just keep typing. I'm gonna be going through these chests rapidly. We got. I see cherry. Cherry. We're going gold cherry. Okay. Next. Sunflower's not in here. Coconut, no. Peach, pomegranate, hazelnut, no, no, no. Nothing but blue jazz in the Grange. Gold. Wait, gold. Oh, gold orange. I'm sorry. Iron ore. See it. Okay. Iron ore. Okay. Hit me with it. Diamond. You know what? I saw a diamond real quick. We'll go back. All right. We're going back to this chest now. Sap. I saw it. Of course there would be. I mean, you can't. All right, we got 4. We got 4. We need 5 more. We're going into here. We're going into here. There's options. You guys got the sap, okay? You could stop saying sap. Purple mushroom. Purple mushroom. That was not in that chest, but I will grab the purple mushroom. Squid ink. Squid ink. All right, we got it. We got it. I'm gonna also grab sandfish. Okay, that's fair. 2 more. 2 more. We're going this chest for the last 2. This is the only chest I'm consulting for the last 2. Just kidding. I'll consult it for 1, and then we'll consult this other chest for the last one. Blueberry. Blueberry. Hit me with the chat. Hit me with it. What do you want from this? What do we want here? There's many good options. There's many good ones. I know what I would probably pick. I see legend. Legend is not in here. I'm so sorry. Mixed seeds? Mixed seeds are not in here. Pumpkin. Pumpkin's not, there's a golden pumpkin. That's not a pumpkin though. Cactus fruit, not in here. Apricot, not in here. Blueberry, not in here. Blobfish. There it is. All right, we got it. You guys were all saying weird things. That none of them were in there. This is our chat chosen Grange display. Do you think we're gonna win? Do you guys think that this assortment of items has a chance of winning in any capacity? We're doing a poll. Hit me with it. Let me load up a poll. Will we win the Grange display? This comes down to you, chat. This is all your choice. Starting from the cherry and working our way over to the right. These are the options. These are our items for the Grange display. Looking at it, I don't want to put any bias in the vote. I'm not going to say whether I think or not that this has a chance to win. It's a very unique collection of items, is what I'll say. It's extremely unique. I don't know if there's any that I would have personally picked from the collection that I have for the Grange display, so I'm glad to have opened it up to chat for this potential chaos that we've got. 58% say, no, we will not win the Grange display. I see other people still typing in suggestions. It's too late, I'm afraid. We're in this now. Triple shot espresso? Yo, we can get 1 triple shot espresso, you guys. That's kind of big. That's kind of big. All right, Pierre. You got your lovely little red cabbages, your kale. I don't even know what the heck half of this is. You got blueberries. You know what? Great minds think alike. Those are some big frickin' blueberries, by the way. Holy crap. Let's do this. Look at this amazing. Can I not just, like, Do I have to do this one at a time? We have to arrange this. I think the arrangement of these is absolutely critical here. All right. What should be in the middle here? I feel like sandfish deserves its place in the middle. How else do you think we should arrange this? What do we need to change in here? I'm looking for like color coordination. I'm looking for, you know, value propositions. You can buy Greg and 8 the boyfriend. Replace the sap with an espresso. I can't do that to chat. Everyone really wanted the sap. Sap up front. I can do that. Sap is middle. Sap up front, I think, is kind of good. Could you imagine walking up to a display and seeing this sandfish with this derpy face lording over a big glob of sap? That's a 10 out of 10 performance right there. Swap the diamond and the blobfish. I got you. Decay. Cherry's bottom mid. That's the sap hole. I'm sorry. Blobfish on top of sandfish. We already swapped the blobfish. I feel like this is a good assortment here. The iron ore is like the odd one out for sure in this context. I think we want to put the iron ore down here. I kind of like this. This looks right to me. This looks like, you know, when you know. Swap the iron and the blueberry. I kind of like having like the sandfish flanked by these two, like they're like the squid ink and the blueberry are kindred spirits, and you can't tell me otherwise. I think this is good. I think we're set. I try my best, but my display is pretty weak compared to yours, Chloe, is what she actually meant to say. Are you setting up a Grange display? It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, Willie. This is definitely going to be our new tradition going forward. My store carries the very finest quality products in the whole valley. Please inspect my Grange display closely and see for yourself. Sir, I don't think you have any sap, number one, so that's like already like automatic 5 out of 10 max that you can get. No blobfish, no squid ink. Like, what are you even doing, dude? You have the blueberry. That's about all you got going for you. 2 out of 10. That's me being generous, Pierre. You madman. Alright, Mayor Lewis, I'm ready. Hit me with it. The judging. I hate how his last 2 words were just in a single text box. He just says, the judging. Yes, I'm ready. We gotta stand proudly next to our Grange display. This is the path that he walks, though, so we'll, like, stand here to give him some breathing room. Little nervous, not gonna lie. Sweating it up. 57% of chat, by the way, going back to the poll. We're gonna close the poll in a second here once we're ready to receive our score. 57% of chat does not believe we will win. Can you swipe some eggs from Marnie's display? Yeet, 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 yeet. Good idea, Blade, good idea. Your Grange display has been judged. Those are scarier words have never been spoken. Closing the poll. End poll. 57% of chat does not believe we win. Now that the poll is closed, I'm definitely with the 57%. I don't think there's a chance this wins, but you know what? Stranger things have happened. Hit me with it. I'm honestly a little nervous. Hi there, Chloe. It looks like you won 3rd place. 3rd? We can't even get a courtesy 2nd place? Look, I know your prize is 200 star tokens. Spend them wisely. Don't forget to clean up your Grange display box. Actually reeling. That's actually... we were robbed. Willie, did you get... You got a low score. Are you telling me Marnie got 2nd? I didn't win? And Pierre? It feels great to be on top. I mean, of course. Is this... I think there's some bias going on here, sir. I think there's some foul undercurrents to this judging process. We'll get them next year. Don't worry about it. Our freaking inventory is so full. Oh my god. Haley, I'm sorry to tell you I did not win. I'm not going to be able to get you the bear from the carnival games. Have you ever been to the fortune teller? Should I set up a stand in the graveyard? One day I'd love to go to that fortune teller if she ever lowers her prices to 0. Marnie did have a big cheese wheel. That's not even fair. You can't even get a cheese wheel in this game. Alright. So what do we do now? You go here, and you just bet the house on green. Going all in. We don't play any kind of pansy wheel shenanigans here. We're not doing half this time. Go big or go home. Go big or go home. Okay. You know what? Off to a valiant start. Let's give ourselves... Okay, maybe going all in was not the play. I understand that was a little bit foolhardy. We got lucky this time. We'll give ourselves a little bit of leeway. I think we have 500 tokens, 497. That's pretty good. Let's do it. Well, that's a slow spin. That's a slow spin that does not bode well for us. You hate to see it. It's okay. We left ourselves a little bit of leeway, though, so we got 3 to play with. Let's go half. We'll bet 1, because it's truncated, right? So we bet 1 on green. Orange strat never fails. Go orange. I should have trusted you guys. We lost half of our earnings. Crap. Okay, we'll do orange this time for sure. 1 on orange. 1 on orange. What are you gonna buy? All of it. We're gonna get enough to buy everything. Mark my words. Chat. Okay, they said orange. They said orange never fails. 1 on orange. You know, broken clocks right twice a day. We busted. We busted. I'm sorry to say, chat, that this is the second year in a row where we're gonna have to go home without a single star token to my name. Just kidding, I got... Now that's what I like to see here, have a star token. We're back in it. We're back in it, baby. Okay. We all know 75% green. We got it. We gotta play the numbers before we can start getting, like, wacky with it, right? My rent money. Look, okay. The numbers don't always work out in your favor. I'm doing this until I mess up the strength game. or until we get maximum star tokens, whatever comes first here. We have to see this through. Green. Or until we, like, you know, if we're up quite a ways and then we fall down again. Okay, like, this wheel's freaking rigged. You kidding me? It's supposed to be rigged the other way. Okay, I messed up the strength game. Strength level's... Oh, I thought it said 0x, but it's ox. I was like, how is that 0? All right, we'll do it one time. Because this is our final trip to the strength. Oh, come on. Wait, give me one more. Give me one more. I'm a gorilla. Kind of offensive. I don't see any gorillas frickin'... Do you see... these gorillas that you're talking about? You can't tell me that they're tending these fields as much as Chloe is. How can gorillas even be that strong? They don't work out. They don't... How many coffee plants have they grown in their life? I thought I was better at this game. There we go. Go for the knee. Gorillas are awesome. I don't deny the awesomeness of gorillas. They do have a pretty strong awesome factor. It was orange 2 times in a row. You can't tell me we don't go orange here, right? That's what they want you to think. They want you to lose faith in mathematics. We know that this is the correct play. They wanted us to have faith in orange that time. He was gonna dupe me. All right, green. We're going. We got to go all in. When we're at these low numbers, you have to go big or go home. Unfortunately, gambler's fallacy. Winner's fallacy is more like it. How about that? How about that? We're starting new fallacy trends. All right. I still think you go all in. I really do. Could it be green 3 times in a row, though? Good night, Jason. I'm sorry to leave you. I'm sorry this is the last moment that you have, is the chaos of this. I'm also sorry you're not going to see us reach our maximum potential here. We haven't even started. All right, now we can start doing a little crazy. Or not a little crazy, a little more conservative. We go 6, we go 6. 6 on green. Show me green. Okay, okay, you know what? But it's only 75% green, right? So, like, betting green every time is foolhardy. We gotta bet orange at least, like, once every, like 3 or 4. So we go ahead and bet orange. We do 10. 10 on orange. You're all saying gambler's fallacy. Gambler's fallacy. I mean, sure. There might be some merit to that myth of the gambler's fallacy, but you're about to watch me win 8 star tokens here. And from there, we're going to the moon. My heart was beating a little fast that time, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we gotta be careful. Let's go 8 on green. 8 on green is the safe play. It's actually not the safe play. Oh my, that's the fastest wheel I've ever seen. Dude's got Sonic the Hedgehog running powering this thing. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Straight down to the 6 o'clock, pointing right down. You lose, good day, ma'am. Kid, you got any star tokens? You got any star tokens you want to spare? There's a lovely bus ride here. Abigail, are you alright? Argon teaching us how to gamble. Yep. If you want to be as profitable as Chloe is, I mean, look, pay no attention. Don't worry about this. There's no number up there. Look at the top right of the screen. You want to be as profitable as Chloe is? Get yourself $2.4 million. You know how to do it. You've seen her gambling strategy. It's foolproof. It never fails. It never fails. Leave the Stardew Valley Fair? Yeah. Yeah, I think I will. Big yikes. By the way, we still have to do our garbage can run for the day, so let's... Oh god, I actually have to, like, put stuff away here. Okay, so this is good. That goes there. This goes here. We'll put the sandfish, sand that like that. Blobfish goes in the special chest. This one goes over here. Cherry goes a different place, so I'll have to wait on that. Grab myself a... I don't really need a farm warp totem, we'll be fine. Put that away. Put the cherry away later. Off we go. Maidenless. Gale. You wound me. Don't forget the trash run. I got you, Elaine. I got you. I would not forget the most important part of this entire challenge right now. I let myself get sucked into the rat race of gambling, but not to that extent. I've still got one foot in reality here. This is what I call a reset day. That was fun, though. I think we should definitely do that for the Grange display going forward. I think that was a good time. We'll see if the chaos of chat can win a single Grange display. Something tells me that if the trend of... Like, I don't think we're going to have a Grange display if I go with chat every single time for the foreseeable future. We're not going to have one that doesn't contain sap. So we really have to bring our A game for the remaining 8 slots. It's just the way of the world right now. You forgot the burger? You're right, I did forget the burger, GG. The survival burger. Could have gotten a free survival burger, and Chloe's all about those free samples. That's an L, for sure. No cactus fruit today, unfortunately. Just more trash. Better luck next time. Now we'll vote sap every time. I mean, even if I hadn't mentioned sap in any capacity, I know people would still be voting sap. It's just how Stardew Valley is these days. All right. I think we're good to go, right? Called night. That was the key to the cactus fruit, the survival burger. It does increase foraging, doesn't it? There might be some merit to that myth. What's the % chance of getting a cactus fruit from a single trash can? Someone in the previous stream told me 1 in 540. which I'm not gonna do the mental math to figure out what that percentage is, but it's pretty low. But we're also still, we've done like 1,600, well, 1,606 trash cans now, or 1,608, sorry. So we're definitely past the odds where we should have gotten it, but that's the thing about probability, right? You can really break those odds. We're not gonna get it for like however many thousands of trash cans, and someone else is gonna get it in one. It's just kind of how that all breaks down. At any rate, let's get step down from Cloud 9, go down to at least like Cloud 6 or so, and we'll keep on moving with the challenge here. The only solution is to eat all the sap so it can't go in the display. Oh my god. Karita, they've got you, the sap lovers, you got me in a sap trap. You're so right. Unless I just like throw it all away. Oops. These freaking gates, they're so finicky. Real talk, by the way, I don't like hugely mind the whole sap meme. I think there's some humor to be mined there for sure. I do think that people take it a little overboard sometimes. When I look in chat and I just see like cavalcades of people like eat the sap, eat the sap, eat the sap. I'm like, it's like funny to an extent. But that's like the golden rule of humor, is that you can't just like say the same thing over and over again. It's never gonna be funny. Especially if it's like just totally random. Like eat the sap is already doesn't have the best like humor base going for it. It's like a punchline without a joke, right? It's just a meme, and if you know it, you know it, and if you like it, you're all for it. If you don't, then you're like, oh, not the sap thing again. Then I understand both sides of the argument. What the heck? Did I not like fill? Did I not fill these kegs last? What the heck did I do? Did I put all my like hops away in here? I totally did. What the heck was I doing? I was so focused on the Grange display, I guess. I was wondering why like so many of these kegs weren't operational. So yeah, I don't mind a little undercurrent of sap at the end of the day, but let's try to keep it a somewhat civil. And if you're gonna ride that sap train, do something creative with it. Like Kuro with the $2 super chat saying that you're in a sticky situation. It is true. It is true. Very accurate. Is there a fish to fish? There is not. I wish I was a fish. Oh, that's something I wanted to do before the stream. I was gonna because I was talking about in the previous stream how I found how I had a memory of that Dr. Seuss story, and I ended up looking it up. It's called The Sleep Book. And I wanted to go and see if I could find it so I could like read the story to you on stream. It's not as evocative without like the pictures, because Dr. Seuss is kind of all about the pictures and the rhymes and how they work in tandem with each other. It's all about that sort of like visual harmony, I guess. But part of me really does want to go and find that book and see if I can, like, if I still have the book, I would absolutely read you guys a bedtime story, for sure. I don't want to steal Blade's thunder. I know, like, at one of his streams that I was in, he read The Cat in the Hat, but he didn't even read it. He did it from memory, which is insane. I don't have that kind of mental prowess when it comes to, at least not to Dr. Seuss stories. Maybe if I committed the time, I would, but Copper Bar is actually kind of nice from the trash can, by the way. Every Wednesday, I have buckwheat waffles and coffee for breakfast. It's a little tradition I use to keep the bachelor life interesting. You know what my tradition is? Going through your garbage every morning, Lewis. How do you feel about that? Why is there a sea cucumber in the fish thing and not a blobfish? So we're doing sea cucumbers in the fish pond for Lucky Lunches. They are one of the ingredients for Lucky Lunches, and we're going to need... Well, we don't need, technically, but it would be very nice to have as many Lucky Lunches as possible when diving into the Skull Caverns in order to maximize our chance at treasure rooms. Read Go the F to Sleep by Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know if that's a PG-13 story. Never read it, but just by the name on its own, I don't think it would be I don't think it would be a good fit for the stream. I could be wrong. If you found a scorpion carp with lower odds of being found before a cactus fruit, does a scorpion carp have lower odds than a cactus fruit? I thought everything in that desert pool was like basically the same odds. To be fair, I haven't looked through like the binomial distribution calculations and stuff that have been going on in the Discord. I've skimmed through them briefly, but I haven't committed them to memory or like actually gone through and fully understood everything that was going on in the math there. But I figured that they were both about the same odds. Make a tapper for the mushroom. You know what, Gabrielle? You have good priorities in mind. What does a tapper need? Let's see. 2 copper bars and 40 wood. Do I only have 1 copper bar? I can make another copper bar. We'll wait. We'll wait on that. We'll grab this. I might already have like a tapper somewhere in one of my chests, also potentially. Did you find the cartoon? Pickle Doof, we did find the cartoon. It was just called something else, I'm pretty sure. I might even be getting the title wrong about it now, but there is I think it's in the stream discussion channel of the Discord, !Discord, if you want to go check that out. It's there was a cartoon we were trying to find that I was trying to figure out, trying to remember the name of, that chat helped me figure out at the very end of the last stream. Creatrix, thank you for the $5 super chat. 1,600-ish divided by 8 cans. You've searched each can about 200 times. Still a ways from a 1 in 540 chance. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like based on on a per can basis, that's true. It's an accurate representation, I think. Or is it? Because I don't know. Because like, that's the thing about probability. It gets so wacky. Like, each garbage can has its own probability. I'm not going to drink one because we're going to go, like, straight to bed after we do this tapper. Each garbage can has its own probability of giving us the cactus fruit. But, like, all together... Like, all 8 of them together, I don't know. I'm too tired right now to do the real math. I never did do, like, any probability... I don't think we had, like, a probability unit... Well, we must have had probability, like, problems in high school. But I don't remember them. Could not tell you. Excuse me? Do I keep reading out your name because you like it, Pickle Doof? I do like your name. But I don't usually consciously decide whose name I'm going to read and whose I'm not. Unless I just, like, can't pronounce the name. That's the exception to the rule, probably. Even then, if they're doing, like, a super chat or something, like Creatrix, thank you for the generosity, by the way, we're good to go. Then I'll give it the old college try. The mushroom will die when it becomes winter, but when it comes back in the spring, doesn't it? Isn't that how the trees work? The mushroom trees? Because I know I've seen, like, the mushroom stumps, but don't they grow back in the spring? I don't know. I haven't done enough with the mushroom trees to know, really. 1 in 540 per can, not per 8 cans. But, like, I don't know. I just think, like, because, like, we've checked, like, 1,600 cans, right? Like, 1,600 plus cans. So, aren't we over the odds? Because, like, each of those cans had a 1 in 540 chance. Even though we've only checked, like, each individual can, like, 200-ish times. So, by that metric, we're below the odds. But by, like, total garbage cans checked, we're past the odds, right? And if everyone in chat, who drains your sanity the most and who restores it, if any? I don't want to make any judgment calls here, Karita. As a collective, I tend to think of chat mostly as a collective. I obviously recognize various people's names. And I'm happy to have many familiar chatters who come back basically every stream. But But I don't want to put anyone on a pedestal or anything like that. You need to consider each can separately. Is that how probability works? I guess so, huh? So like it's not like every time we do a run. I guess you know what, that does make sense actually now that I think about it. Oh god, I messed up the cycle of the hops now. Now it's all gonna be like out of whack. Cause now I have to like put some of these away. Oh gosh, this is messed up, dude. It's fine. Not really fine, because I want to like maybe we'll just have to skip a hop harvest in order to get things back on their synchronicity. But for now, it's all good. We only got 10 pale ale. Yeah, we're doing like 10 and 30, 10 and 30 now. That's not good. Yeah, no, it makes sense because like every time you go and check a single individual can, that's a 1 in 540 chance. And so we can't just like you can't take that as a collective of like checking all 8 cans because they don't have a relation to one another. Is that correct? He's a good streamer parent. He loves us all the same. No favorites, exactly. I have favorites in my own head, but you'll never get to know what they are. That's how parents are too, so. I'm pretty sure anyway. I think it's like impossible to not have a favorite child. That's just like human bias at work. At any rate, it's enough talk about probabilities. All I know, like you don't need to know anything about probabilities to know that eventually we're gonna get this cactus fruit. And by eventually, I mean today. Watch it happen. We already got an anchovy that's off to a good start. You may wonder, Argon, how is an anchovy off to a good start? Isn't that like completely inconsequential? But how often do we get an anchovy? How many anchovies have we gotten out of trash before? This might be the only one. This might be a unique experience, which lends me to believe that, show me chipped amphora, lends me to believe that there's a significantly higher chance that these other garbage cans will also contain unique items. So that theory is not really bearing out, as far as I can see it, but we all know it's going to be the Jojo one at the end of the day anyway, so. Got him. Anchovy, gotta sacrifice it. It's been a while since we sacrificed anything. Straight out of the garbage can, you love to eat it. I often say today you're my favorite, depending on what the kid says or does. Yeah, fair enough. That's a good way to do it, Lisa. If they were all independent, then it would have been a 95% chance to have it by now. Yeah, you know, you're right, Benji. Honestly, it's like the odds are against us for sure. There's no way we should have gotten like when I think about that in my head, if it was like a 1 in 540 chance for like all 8, then it wouldn't. There's no way like on average the average person doing this would have 3 cactus roosts by now. That just doesn't make any sense based on how many options there are for the garbage cans. I should have known that. Just to, like do some basic off the like on the back of your wrist math. Has anyone in chat ever done that where you like write like formulas or notes from school like on the back of your hand or like along your arm or something? I never quite understood that. Like, do you not just like have access to paper and like a binder or something? Why do you have to make it more complicated? It's Marnie's birthday. We don't worry about birthdays unless it's not anymore anyway. We're past that life unless it's someone that we care about on a personal level or that we still have friendship hearts with. We do have Robin's birthday coming up in a couple days. She's one of the last ones that we have to get full friendship with. Yeah, Robin is when 21st, so just a couple more days. Don't let me forget. I know chat won't let me forget because I forgot her birthday last year, so now it's like a thing. I should have checked the fridge when I was doing the Grange display. The Grange roundup. Oh well. An idea for next year, for next time. Tim Beeb so patiently waiting for his water. What a good boy. Freaking the best dog of all time. Depends on the subject and the teacher. Open versus closed book tests. I've had like 2 open book tests in my entire life. They are not common for me. And like I also just like don't really understand open book tests to a certain degree. Like, how is it a test if you're just like allowed to look up the answers? I guess it depends on the subject and stuff. Like, cause for certain tests, it's not like just like you can't just look up the answer for a written response test or anything like that. If it's multiple choice, then I think it's kind of a no-brainer a lot of the time with like open book versus closed book. I think closed book is the way to go for the teacher if they want to really like test their students. But if it's like an aptitude thing where you're like trying to test their ability to like communicate their response or like communicate their knowledge, and they have to like write like a couple sentences or whatever or anything like that, it really does depend on the test and on the subject at the end of the day. That's what it boils down to. We'll probably need more than this, honestly. 2 of those. I guess we'll take the 4 of those. I think it's more important for people to learn to look up information than retaining a bunch of random facts. I also thought about that, Abacus. That's a fair point. In this day and age, being able to like find the information that you're looking for is a much more valuable skill than just like knowing it off the top of your head. Because these days, obviously, everyone's got a phone in their pocket. Everyone has access to Google basically 24/7. At least like everyone in like the Western world. I don't know about like different cultures and stuff. But do you think this will get us to? We might need to do one more blue jazz here. We'll see. So being able to like phrase your question in a way that Google or Siri or whoever can understand and be able to like accurately find that information, or if you're like at a library and like trying to look it up in like an actual physical book, which I mean but also kind of important. By the way, I'm leaving these hops on the vine on purpose because I want to reset my cycle, and I think this is the best way to do it. We can do this. We'll just pretend that these are the hops we harvested today. And then that should... Yeah, because then... Oh, no, wait, because these ones have been going for like 2 days. Oh, gosh. We'll just wait. We'll reset it. We'll figure it out. We'll let the hops be for now. So many sentences in chat. It's great if you just know stuff. Yeah, if you can just like know things off the top of your head, that's probably the play, but most people don't have the ability to hold that much information, that much relevant information in their mind, I would say. It's crazy how the human brain works like that, too. How some information that most people like should know is just so easy to like let it slip past your mind because you're like, that's boring stuff. I'd rather know all the names of all 905 Pokemon off the top of my head, just as an example. Or like, I'd rather memorize the first like 500 digits of pi than know like I don't even know. Than know how many calories are in a Big Mac. Ooh, an octopus, an iridium bar, a large white egg. I don't think we need that. A Neolithic table. Yeah, don't need a large white egg. I think we already shipped one, didn't we? Sure did. Pokemon is super important to know. To an extent, for a gamer in this sphere, having some knowledge about Pokemon is a valuable skill, just for like discussion with other gamers and discussion in the marketplace of ideas in general. All right, Kent, I don't want to. Hold on, I don't want him to catch us because we're not at max hearts with him yet. But knowing the names of all Pokemon ever off the top of your head is probably not the play. Nightbot is putting in work. Look at this. Going hard. Need a Joja Cola for a project I'm working on? Okay, sure, Sam. For a project, he says. That's code for, you know what, I just want a free Joja, well, it's not free Joja Cola, I guess he's paying for it, but he's just dying so much to sate that caffeine monster inside of him. But he needs to finish his homework. Actually, I guess, Sam's not in school, I guess, is he? Or does he, like, no, I guess he wouldn't be. He, like, works, and that's, like, it. He works and he's in a band. I don't know if there's any, like, intel on Sam's schooling in the game. Your memory is like a sieve? For certain things, mine is too, for sure. It all just depends on where your interests lie, I think. The project is his thirst. You know what? I don't want to leave my boy hanging. Let's go give him a Joja Cola. We have 62 on hand, which is like a pack and a half. Well, no, it's like if it's a pack is like 24. I guess you could probably get a pack of 48 Joja Cola, knowing Joja. How do YouTube memberships work? There's a lot that goes into them. I'll explain it in more detail. I'll probably have to make an actual like video for the YouTube membership program, because I think there's like a thing where you can upload a video and here you go, buddy. Drink the just drink it right in his face. It'll be the trash bear all over again. Yeah, I'll have to make an actual video going over the YouTube memberships, but the gist of it is that like you pay a certain amount a month for access to emotes that you can use in my stream chat and my comments. You get like a little loyalty badge next to your name saying how long you've been supporting the channel, and then you might have extra perks depending on the channel. Depending on what the channel has set up, which is really where I struggle with trying to think of like extra neat little benefits to provide you guys. But I digress. You buy it for, I think, $100 and he gives you 75? Stonks. I thought Joja Cola was like only like 25 bucks. Are we getting robbed? Wouldn't surprise me. Alright, I'm going to go to sleep. And give them a role and channel in the Discord. That's probably like the first thing I would do. Yeah, Zombo. Is like a special role in the Discord for channel members. That will definitely be part of the list, but I feel like I still need more. And I know some people would be fine to just like be like a member just to like support me or whatever, and that's very sweet of you. But I also feel like I need to provide some legitimate incentive for for you to want to join, or for most people to want to join. I would say. All right, real quick, I'm going to send you off to the saloon just for a moment while I hydrate, and I really do need to go to the washroom really quick. I'm not going to last these last 45 minutes of the stream. So I will be right back, and then we'll carry on with our cactus fruit hunting, and so on and so forth. Be right back, y'all. Get your orders in. Be nice to the mods. Don't spam too much, and see you in a moment. Somehow I knew when I left that we'd get on the topic of frogs because Zombo's in chat, and Zombo is our resident frog lover. I don't mind it though. I do enjoy frogs as well. Why are you guys calling me maidenless? That's so rude. Why do you have to be like that? That's an Elden Ring reference if you're not in the loop, but anyway, let's pop back over to Stardew Valley. A little pickle jar rag. Go right from the saloon theme to pickle jar rag. Name me a more iconic duo. I'll wait. Little 50 wood. You shouldn't have, Robin. You really shouldn't have. I have too much wood. Send help. Send help. That's a rusty spur. In case you didn't know, it's an old spur that was once attached to a cowboy's boot. People must have been raising animals in this area for many generations. How many generations do you think Pelican Town has been around for? How many generations do we know of? There's like Evelyn and George, then there's like Alex's parents, and then Alex. And then Alex doesn't have kids, obviously. That's like 3 generations right there. And you can make a 4th generation when you like have kids here. But like, and then there's Grandpa. Grandpa would be in the same generation, I guess, as Evelyn and George, right? But like, how many before that do you think? Because like, it doesn't have to have started with Evelyn and George. I don't know, like if they're not like founders of Pelican Town or anything like that. Or if they are, they're keeping it very hush hush. Haley and Chloe is a more iconic duo. All right, you got me there. I can't dispute that fact for sure. At the moment, Chloe is unfortunately maidenless. Look, we haven't made it official. We're not going steady yet, or they're not going steady yet. But Chloe and Haley definitely like have a thing going on. It's just one of those things where you say like, you know, like you both know that there's something going on there, but you're both like a little bit afraid of commitment. Or in Chloe's case, she's like too cheap to buy the ring. Well, not the ring, but the bouquet to seal the deal. Although, when you make a good point that, like, there's technically nothing stopping Haley from buying the bouquet instead and giving it to us. So wait, guys, does Haley not actually like us? I put a piece of corn in that keg, by the way. Oops. Oh well, we'll have some corn juice, I guess. Do you think Haley's, like, been leading us on this whole time? She wouldn't do... No, there's no way. I refuse to believe that that's even I'm not even going to acknowledge that. The fact that that was a thought that entered my mind that I vocalized is bad enough. Haley is on our side. She's not the secret villain of this whole thing. She respects Chloe's focus on the grind. Exactly. She's like too afraid to make the first move and give the bouquet because she realizes that Chloe's first love has to be and always will be the farm. Exclamation point Haley. There's a quote in there that's all about that she's like, I understand that like the farm has to come before me, before our relationship can. And to an extent that's like Chloe really shouldn't be that focused on her work. That's detrimental to her own personal relationships. But the fact that Haley is so understanding of that fact and willing to accept it just goes to show how worthwhile she really is. And one day when everything is said and done in this challenge, many years down the line, there will be a honeymoon. Mark my words, we're gonna have an actual honeymoon stream with Chloe and Haley. I feel like that has to happen. I will also say that it's going to be a little tough because we can't. It's the game's got me in a bit of a bind in that regard. I can't evict Krobus because I can't evict Krobus, but I also really want Chloe and Haley to get married. And like, sure, after perfection is said and done, Chloe can buy the bouquet. It won't go against the price of perfection because the challenge will be over at that point. And then they can be girlfriends. But, like, we know they need to be more than that. But I can't evict Krobus. That's the only way I can marry Haley, though. I don't know. It's gonna be an interest. We're gonna have to figure it out. One way or another, we're gonna make it work. I'm sure. We're gonna have our own little fanfic of Chloe and Haley and Krobus all getting. I mean, I've already started the fanfic process with that little like cutscene I did in one of the previous streams. The lore is so real. I ship Krobus and Chloe. You know what? I can't stop you. I don't personally. I'm definitely oh, what's their ship name? What's Chloe and Haley's ship name? I can't think of like a good one. There's like Halo? Halo-y? Halo-y? I don't know. That's about the best I think we're gonna get. Halo-y? Or Clowly? Like a four-leaf Clowly? I don't know. Clayly? Clayly sounds kind of nice. Crowlow forever. They won't turn out well for you and Haley's gonna dump you and marry Krobus? Ducky, why, you can't put that out in the universe? Haley would never. Krobus would never. Neither of them would. They're too kind. Here, you have another one. I know you're thirsty. Look how kind she is. It's too cold to go to the beach anymore. I'll probably take a nap later. Look at how good she's taking care of herself. She's actually taking naps at like reasonable times of the day and stuff. A good napping schedule is critical for mental health. Use the empty capsule to make a clone of yourself and make another house and let your clone adopt Krobus. I don't think Krobus would want to be adopted, to be fair. I think he's cool just being a housemate. His platonic love and all. Go visit Hatmouse, Pickledoof. I respect the suggestion, but I worry that every time I go to visit Hatmouse, my resolve wears thinner and thinner. But I digress. Let's get this geode opened up. I do still need to find another, there were some comments about this in the Discord, I think, about how I need to get another farm computer, or I need another dwarf gadget in order to get a farm computer, so we'll need to get that from a geode at some point, but I think you can only get them from magma geodes and omni geodes. That might be correct. Let's call it a day. Krobus in the trench coat at the movies, though, he do be looking pretty fly. We need to get a good look at him. You know what the Hatmouse looks like. We all do. The Hatmouse lives in all of our imaginations rent-free anyway. He sells hats, okay, Poke? That's all you need to know. So much money. It's true. We have had many good paydays so far this stream, and we're looking forward to another really good one in like another season or so. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge, dare I say it. Thank you for the pizza, Shane. Give me pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A. I only say Z-Z there because that's part of the lyric. In reality, we all know it's pronounced Zed. That letter, and I will brook no argument to the contrary. I'm gonna start calling him Unsurpassable Zed. You can't stop me. I've been silent on this fact too long. It's Robin's birthday. Good call. Good call. I was about to get riled up about the pronunciation of the letter Z. It needs to be said. It needs to be Zed, dare I say. Is everyone who's on board with the Z, by the way? I need to know, because this is a controversial pronunciation. I understand. I understand that, like, most people in chat, based on demographics of, like, my viewers and stuff, probably say Z. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that you do pronounce it as Z. Okay? Before I continue with this argument, before I continue with this discussion, because it's not going to be an argument. It doesn't have to go that way. We don't have to get heated about this. I will make a poll. I need to know where my chat lies. Z or Z? And I will wait. I will be patient. I'm nothing if not patient, as you've clearly seen by this point. Zeta. Very clever. Very clever. Where the heck did my game go? What the heck? We're good. We're good. Goes in here. Grab our wood back. Pop that in there. And keep going to do our chores. Sunday, it is Traveling Merchant, and it's also Robin's birthday. That's probably why I forgot her birthday last year. She has the gall to have the birthday on the same day as the traveling cart. Okay, the poll is going about how I expected. Currently, the poll, for those who are listening to the VOD, because I don't think the poll actually shows up in like the live chat replay or anything like that. The poll currently says that 71% of people in chat pronounce the letter incorrectly. They pronounce it Z. It's Z. You guys are wrong. I'm all for cultural differences. I'm all for, you know, open-mindedness about pronunciations and various things. You are factually wrong. 69%. I think that's a great spot to end the poll at. Perfect. Yeah, so 69% of chat is wrong, and 30% of chat is based. I'm not saying, like, you know what, maybe that's a little too far. Good job protecting the casks, by the way, or kegs, by the way, Timby. That's a little too far. You can be wrong and also based. Look at this hidden. What the heck? I didn't even notice that. I need to grab my scythe real quick. You can be wrong and also based in different regards. You just aren't based in this pronunciation, Gambit. The 1% is gone. I'm sorry, Argon, you're wrong, Zombo. Be careful. You're my mod, but I have the power to revoke that. I'm not dictatorial by any means, but there are some lines that I have to draw, and Z is where I draw the line. My name starts with the letter Z, okay? I have some degree of authority on this. I think that I have a larger say than many of you do. Your username may start with a Z. Does your actual name start with a Z, though? How many people in chat have a name that starts with a Z? I need to know. This will determine how how valid your opinion is. Even though this is not an opinion-based argument, this is a fact-based argument, and the fact is that it's pronounced Z. How do you rhyme the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. It doesn't need the rhyme. That's just, you know, that... Like, I get it, rhythmically it would be better, maybe, if it's pronounced Z or whatever. But the alphabet doesn't need to be a song. It's just the alphabet. It's just symbols. You don't need that's only for us. Goat cheese we don't worry about. Sandfish. What a mockery of nature. Queen of the Gem Sea. That's kind of cute. Nothing doing here though. My name also starts with a Z and it's pronounced Z. I only said Z that time because I was reading out a chat message, by the way. How do you say Zach? Zach. That's my name. Not spelled with the Z-A-C-K, but Z-A-C-H. You say G-rape or grape? Or G-rape? I say grape. I say grape. Is there scuttlebutt over that pronunciation? I've never been to the forest. It might be interesting to explore. She's been to the forest. She goes take pictures over there. Why is she lying to us? At the end of the day, you can pronounce it however you want. I just need you to know that you're wrong if you pronounce it Z. And I won't back down on that. I can be persuaded to a lot of different sides. That's not one of them. And that's where the discussion ends. Okay, Zedak. Look, the pronunciation of the letter itself does not factor into how a word that contains that letter is pronounced. Like, how do you say the word what? You don't go double what, W what. No one says that, and if you do, you're lying to me because Argon says xylophone. Xylophone. What about GIF? That one's open to interpretation. GIF and GIF are both valid pronunciations. And I've heard the arguments both ways, so don't even try me. Don't even try me. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and make our way up to Robin, because I almost forgot, but then I saw there was a peach in my inventory. No one says Z-ombi. No one says Z-ombi either! What are you talking about? It's zombie. It's not Z-ombi. I'm mad. You guys are gonna get me mad. Not really mad, but like, you know. No, really mad. All right, happy birthday, Robin, by the way. Let's put this all behind us for right now. The pronunciation, it's a big thing. It's a big thing in many different regards. GIF, GIF, Z, Z, apricot, apricot, tomato, tomato. Let bygones be bygones, and let's just all collectively put a peach emoji in chat for Robin's birthday. She loves peaches. There it is. And that should be max friendship with Robin. She's right at the top of the list, too. You love to see it. Just load peach emojis into chat. Just drown out all the ZZ nonsense. I'm sorry I even ever brought it up. You say tomato, I say vodka. What the heck? Alright, we got about 20 minutes left of the stream. I was thinking, you know what? I will run Junimo Kart one time here. Because I'd like to do Junimo Kart and potentially Prairie King. We did do a lot of Prairie King last time. We had like 4 attempts. Can't let ourselves get too rusty with Junimo Kart though. So we need to do this for a minute. Whether we have time for Prairie King remains to be seen. I do have to work early tomorrow morning, so I can't be pushing the stream too late. But I knowing myself, to thine own self be true. I'll probably like end up staying up later than I should, regardless of the wants and whims of work. Okay, that was a little close for comfort there. We can't be getting flummoxed by the first level here. I've already lost one too many lives to this level on this run. It is a little bit of a harder pattern than I'm used to, though. Ooh, okay, missed the orange. It's not a big deal. Just gonna cry a little bit. Just let yourself get lost in the music. I haven't done that as I do that in Prairie King, where I just like listen to the music and vibe out. I haven't done that as much in Junimo Kart. I need to really sit back and appreciate the music and let it take me where it's going to take me. Because I mean, Junimo Kart at its very core is a rhythm game. That's what it's all about. Argon, you good streamer. Thank you very much, William. I appreciate it. You good viewer. Speaking of good viewers, any lurkers in chat? Can I get some 7s from my lurkers? Just to know you're out there and listening and having a good time. Having a ball. Oh gosh, that was there's a little bit of a stutter in the game there, but it kind of worked out to my advantage, honestly. I'm not gonna be able to like read out the lurkers' names like I do sometimes, because I'm in the middle of Junimo Kart, and this is pretty intense, as you can clearly see. If you can get that orange, you're like a better gamer than I am in like every capacity. But thank you to the lurkers, because I know I can see out of my peripheral vision the chat going by, whizzing by with what I can only assume to be many 7s. Greatly appreciated. Uh-oh. And you know what, on top of lurkers, let's take this time to, because we haven't done it in a while, let's just shout out all the different factions of chat. And this is not to say, like, I say factions, I only say that as, like, a nomenclatural term, in order to differentiate all these different types that I'm about to go through. You can be in multiple different factions, it's not a war. But thank you to the lurkers, thank you to the active chatters, thank you to the VOD watchers and listeners, thank you to the mods, thank you to the Discord members, thank you to the YouTube commenters, the people who like the video. Thank you to everybody for like supporting this and making this something that is realistic for me to continue doing into the foreseeable future. No thank yous to Slomp. To Slomp Stomp. What the heck is this jump, by the way? What is this? This is trash? Okay, I need to focus for a second. We made it past that, but not past that. Okay. It's all good. We've had a few good runs of Junimo Kart. That was not among them. You gotta have some clunkers in there before you can really shine, though. Big thanks to everybody, though. Thanks to you, Argon. You know what? Sure, thanks to me. Thanks to Argon for putting together the streams and all that stuff. I guess I do play some role in this whole thing. But not nearly as much as all of you. The jump of doom. That was like a very finicky jump. Sometimes there's just the luck of the draw, though. Alright, we hit our garbage cans today. We did hit our garbage cans today, right? For some reason, I'm like blanking on that. I must have, though. It's 3:50 p.m. There's no way we didn't. Anyway, off to bed. Let's do 1 or 2 more rounds of trash hunting. And then maybe end things off with a little Prairie King. As the stream goes. As is the rubric that we must follow for the time being. Unless we get the cactus fruit today. Which is always possible. The fact that, like, at any moment we could just get the cactus fruit is still just kind of mind-boggling to me. Like, the fact that I'll be talking about whatever. I won't be prepared for it whatsoever. I will admit to you, by the way, because I'm an honest streamer and I trust you guys and I feel like you deserve nothing but the utmost truth. There have been moments of weakness on my end. I remember distinctly, I was in the shower this morning getting ready to go to work. And I was like, I knew after I got out of the shower I was gonna have some time. Not very much time, but it was like just enough that I was like, you know what, I could just look up when we get the cactus fruit. No one would need to know. I can still keep going through this rigmarole of going through the garbage cans and and then just fake my reaction when we get there. But I didn't. And you're just gonna have to take my word that I didn't. I can't prove that to you, obviously. I did not look it up. And I won't look it up. I've had moments of weakness like that. I'm sure I'll have them in the future as well. Because it is at my fingertips. The fact that it would be quite simple for me, all things told, to actually find out that information, it makes it tempting for sure. But I just know that I could not live with myself. It just would not. It wouldn't work for me personally. I know myself, and I know that I could do that, but the amount of guilt that I would feel for doing something like that is just immeasurable. There is no comparison. Why do I have an extra hop? Oh, because this one's freaking, there's freaking corn in this one. That's right. Oh well, I guess we'll just eat this. Yeah, I would not ever. So I'm not going to do that, and I'm not planning on ever doing that. I'm not planning on ever looking up the cactus fruit without your express like knowledge of it. I'm not going to say we're never going to look up when the cactus fruit comes, because there may come a time when we decide, as a collective community, that okay, we've put in the hours, we've put in the time. Maybe some of you are at that point already, where it's like, all right, I'm kind of over this cactus fruit thing, and I get that to an extent for sure. But I'm not there yet. But there may come a point where the majority of people are, and at that point, we can definitely consider looking it up. But we'll do that together. We'll do that live, and we'll figure it out on stream so that we all know and we're all on the same page. That much, you have my promise on that one, for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and... No, don't. What the heck are we doing? No, don't go to sleep for the night. Oh my gosh, I totally just... I was getting so caught up in my own little spiel there that I was like, wait, have I forgotten to do anything? Yeah, of course you've forgotten to do something today, you frickin' Nimrod. What are you doing? Oh my god, could you imagine? Is it even possible to look that stuff up? It is. If you have the tools and the know-how, it's not too complicated to look up where or when we'll get the cactus fruit. Plus, I don't even need to put in the legwork. I can just ask Blade. We can just find that out. You forgot the main thing. Just about. I really did just about forget it. I was talking about it and everything. I was like, you know what? We'll never know when this cactus fruit's gonna go unless we get it together. And then I just like almost just completely skip a day. I feel like by the time I come back from spring break, you'll have the cactus fruit. It's optimistic, to say the least. But you know what? Anything is possible. We could get it we could get it tonight. We still got 10 minutes left in the stream, basically. We'll have one more good run at these garbage cans. Just more trash today, unfortunately. But we do have one more shot. And it could happen at any possible moment. Rocky Raveman with the 20 euro. Oh my goodness, you guys are so generous today. 20 euro super chat. Little gift to keep you going. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Every little bit really does keep me going, whether you're donating or not. It's all very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Off to bed with you, Chloe. I love, by the way, when I see, when we get like any kind of donation, like a super chat like that, and I see people in the chat who are like, yo, that's awesome. Like, I love that too, that I have such a supportive community. Like, supportive of each other, not just of me. Because you'll see that in a lot of other communities where it's like a nice community, but it's like they're supportive of the streamer, right? They're not necessarily supportive of the community itself as a whole. I think we have a really good dynamic here of like, and if we don't have as, I always want to make sure to try and foster this sort of behavior when I see it, is to like, if you see someone doing something nice in the community, make sure to say, hey, that's cool, like, I appreciate it. If you see someone, like, asking a question and you happen to know the answer to it, tell them the answer. If you see someone doing something that they probably shouldn't be doing in the community, maybe be like, hey, that's like, not cool, could you stop? And if, like, they don't stop, then, like, we'll get mods involved and stuff, obviously. But by and large, this community so far has been just top-notch. And I absolutely adore all of you guys, so thank you for making this, a very enjoyable experience for as many people as possible. I always want it to be a welcoming, wholesome place to be, even as I like slowly, inevitably get bigger over time, and we start to maybe lose this little aspect of like a small group, a small community, depending on how like big these stream chats eventually get. I still hope to maintain that general core atmosphere. I hope for nothing more than that. If you get the cactus fruit, would you stream longer today? I think just by virtue of getting the cactus fruit, I would definitely stream longer. I wouldn't stream like an extra hour or anything like that. I wouldn't commit to that because I do have to work early tomorrow morning. But just that fact alone would like inevitably lengthen the stream. There's no doubt in my mind. We're not just gonna be like, okay, we got the cactus fruit. All right, good night, everybody. Bye. This is not how it goes. That said, we do have one last shot. Well, technically 8 more shots at the cactus fruit here. Guys, I think... Where'd Timbeeb go? I don't see him, guys. He must be playing hide and seek. This is like this little Dora the Explorer. Hey, can you guys see Timbeeb? Where did he go? Point to the screen if you see Timbeeb. There he is! You silly dog. Look at his tail wagging and everything. Oh, he's so good. He's the best hider of all time. That was beautiful. Sneaky dog, so sneaky. I see people pointing, thank you. Oh, that was good. Sorry, cat on keyboard. I've never had my cat go on the keyboard. My cat just walks around on the floor. She's kind of a weirdo that way. I need hazelnut for a dessert I'm making. That sounds honestly pretty good. Kind of promising. Watching Dora the Explorer without doing the audience participation is so eerie. Lewis, why are you throwing... My man. Take it back. Honestly. I guess it's the thought that counts. It's a gold bar, you fool! Did he not like that? Does Lewis hate us now? He's fine, but like... Isn't he like in the... Doesn't he make gold statues of himself? He's in the Empire business? What the heck? Ooh, a little serpentine geode action. Love to see that. Last shot for the night. Ah, boom. All right. One of these days, it's gonna be amazing. And I have seen you, by the way, people in comments of the VODs who say, "Hey, when you get the cactus fruit, please don't post it in like the title because I want to be like surprised." I see you and I support you, and I will not spoil it for you. I don't know what I'm gonna title that VOD when it comes down to it, but I'm gonna do my best to keep it nondescript. Because I know I would want the same experience if I was watching this series myself. I would want to be utterly surprised by it. He just has so much gold lying around. Yeah, he's not... Maybe it was just like a subpar gold bar. It's like, this will not do for my purposes. That's how I imagine Lewis speaking, with like a haughty, like rich man's accent. Ho-hum. Alright. We got another 7 minutes or so. Might be a little early to start Prairie King. You know what? It is a little early to start Prairie King. I told you that this was gonna be that was gonna be our last cactus fruit attempt, and you know what? I straight up lied to your face. We're doing one more. We're doing one more day, because this is the one. This is the one. I was getting ready to wind down, go Prairie King mode. Nah. Go again. Hit me one more. Gambler's fallacy. Say it. Say gambler's fallacy. Gambler's fallacy. There's no way he's gonna get it on the 24th of fall, year 3. It can't happen. It's not possible. Honey, dreams are built on things that are not possible. This world was built on impossible things. What are the odds that you exist right now as a person? Thank you, Pierre. I've never spent money at your shop. Or not very much anyway. Not that much, so thank you. What are the odds that you exist as a person right now? I guarantee you it's lower than getting a cactus fruit today. today specifically. It's like you listening to this, watching right now, typing in chat, listening, whatever the heck you're doing. You are here. You are here for this moment, and it's gonna be beautiful. Mark my words. I have a good feeling. I almost like, you know, I'm hyping it up a lot. I'm hyping it up because I feel something in my bones. I feel electric right now. At the same time, it would be a little off-putting probably if it did happen today, because I just got through my whole thing where it's like, I didn't look it up. I promise I didn't look it up. So if it does happen today, that's gonna look real fishy. I can't promise you, I can't stress this enough. If we get the cactus root today, if we do, and I have a good feeling, I think there's like a 50% chance. Like, we talk about probabilities 1 in 540, 1 in 540. It's a 50% chance today. It either happens or it doesn't. I hate that reasoning as much as the next person, but, like, this is the exception to the rule, okay? We got extra chores to do and everything. We got the corn. We got freaking blue jazz. It's delaying it as long as possible because it knows, the game knows that it's building up to something beautiful today. Enough of this talk about random stuff like, ooh, what's your favorite subject in high school? Do you like pepperoni or pineapple on your pizza? No, we're not talking about any of that. We're here for real business. We're here for actual physical progression of this challenge. I'm ready. Game, you've put me in a keg for the past however many streams. And I've been processing, slowly, patiently waiting for the moment of benediction. I don't think that's the right word to use there, but it felt right in the moment, and sometimes that's what you have to go with. You have to go with your gut in the moment. And my gut in this moment told me, go one more day. Go one more day, and the cactus fruit will be yours. I'm not even looking at chat anymore. I'm just so focused. I'm so laser focused on the fact that we're getting it today that I need to be like, when it shows up, I need to be ready. I need to be in that moment. I need to be alive and feeling it. I need to... Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine how it's gonna feel when we open that trash can? That JojaMart trash can. And there it'll be. Just a little plump, little green fruit. A little red part on top. The boots with the fur, some might say. Is that an outdated meme? It probably is by this point, but you know what? I see you guys are all mocking my frickin' profile picture too. I see you in chat. You're talking about my profile picture. You're talking about my channel banner. I know they're outdated. Don't get me wrong. We're not talking about that right now. Well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. We're cactus fruit. You got, who's your favorite Okami character? MC, I appreciate the question. Now is not the time. Now is cactus fruit o'clock. You guys are not, you're always on my side here. You're always cactus emojis when I'm not saying anything. You're always cactus emojis when I'm trying to tell some story. Cactus emojis, egg emojis, fruit emojis. And now you're asking me, what are you talking about? I wish that blue jazz and fairy roses were less like that. Laser focus, everybody. Come on, show me chipped amphora. That's not laser focus. That's my folly. We just by doing that, we dropped the odds from 50-50 to like 70-30. Here we go. Pour your energy out into the universe. Know it to be a real, tangible thing that you can do. You can manifest this cactus fruit, I believe. We can all work together and do this. I still have faith. I still have the utmost of faith. Whew. Okay. Okay. Show me the cactus fruit. You know what? Sometimes you have to put your faith into something. And regardless of whether or not it pans out to be true, you have to believe that that faith was well placed. Regardless of whether the stars align for you when you ask them to or not, you have to believe that there is still something out there listening. And in this case, I believe that the spirit of Yoba has heard our pleas many times, and he's just telling us, we're not ready for it. It's not our moment. Thank you for the super chats, by the way. Kuro with the cactus root super chat, $5. I appreciate it. And Elaine, Argon, you're so spicy tonight. I am a little spicy tonight. You're not wrong. I'm just spicy enough that even though I do have to go to work early in the morning, I think we got time. I got the spiciness in me for a final Prairie King run, just to wind things down here. Let's do it. Thank you all for indulging my insanity a little bit. Go ahead and pop some of these in here, get the fumes going. You know, that definitely helps with the concentration. Start a new journey, and away we go. I've missed a few streams. Gray, you have... I mean, even if you missed the past few streams, you haven't missed, like, a whole lot, I feel like, as far as, like, progression goes. We've done some changes, don't get me wrong. But as far as, like, progressing the actual challenge goes, there's, I guess it depends on how much you've missed. Regardless, you're here for the best part, and that's what counts. I definitely feel... I feel at least World 2 coming in on this attempt. Although I just got done talking about how I felt the cactus fruit, and we all know how that went, so... It's fine. I am a little zany tonight, and I do apologize for that to some capacity. Oh, man. But it's what you signed up for. It's part of the unspoken contract between streamer and viewer. You have to indulge my nonsense from time to time, I think. It's only fair. I indulge your nonsense all the time. And that's all I've got to say on the matter. Have a good night to anyone who's heading out, by the way. Good night, Lisa. You caught me glancing, maybe? I was looking at chat just for the briefest of moments. I promise it wasn't anything superfluous. I understand it's late for a lot of people heading out. Any 3 a.m. gangers still in chat? Respect if you are. I have to imagine most of the 3 a.m. gang has fallen asleep either by choice or involuntarily at this point, though. What is that experience like, by the way? To like, that would be interesting. I don't think I've ever actually like fallen asleep to like a live stream. I've fallen asleep to like VODs and stuff, but like falling asleep to a live stream and then like I can imagine like waking up and being like on the streamer's page and being like, and it's like, oh, the stream is over, thanks for watching, or whatever like end screen is, or if like they're on Twitch, they might be like hosting someone else. Oh, it's got to be like a weird experience if like you're watching like a really long stream or something, and oh gosh, I wanted that Sheriff Star. No, that was foolhardy on my part. Oh, okay, we're good. We're still good. Let me focus for a second. But if you're like watching a really long stream, you fall asleep, you wake up, and the streamer's still going. That's got to be like a strange experience, just like a surreal kind of moment. All right, pop this, and then grab this. There we go. That's the ticket. I really don't like that smoke bomb or whatever the heck it is, the thing that teleports you around. It always feels just too out of my control. All right. We're gonna save up for the damage upgrade. Gold has not been kind to us today. You know what was the weirdest, like, falling asleep experience for me? Which I know is kind of like a strange topic to say, but bear with me for a second. Is I've been in calls, like, on Skype with, like, friends back in the day. You know it was back in the day, and there's, like, that I'm old because I'm talking about Skype, not, like, Discord. Frickin' give me all this money. Oh, baby. That was kind of sketchy, but we made it through. And I would go into, like, late-night calls with people, and I would fall asleep at some point during the call, or, like, people would fall asleep, and we'd wake up, and it would be like, hey, man, you awake? I'd be like, yeah. It's like, I guess we should hang up now and go on about our day. And it's like, all right, good night, man. That's a bizarre experience. That's a very strange feeling to wake up and be, like, in the middle of a call with somebody. It's such a strange, surreal thing. It really is. Okay, this is a little much for me. Probably for the best, honestly. Probably for the best. At any rate. Good Prairie King run. We didn't quite get as far as I would have liked. Man, Chloe's already fallen asleep. I haven't even clicked the button yet, Chloe. Come on. Calm down. Thank you all for indulging my insanity for yet another one of these streams. Almost into winter. Almost into winter. We'll be getting close to year 4 by the end of next stream. That's actually nuts. No more extra expenditures this time. The traveling cart was not kind to us, but it's all good. Thank you very much to everyone for watching, for coming out, for keeping me company during this madness. And I'm going to head out of here. If you did enjoy the stream, please do leave a like down below. Subscribe if you want to be notified the next time that I'm going live. Holy heck, by the way, 3 million gold total earnings. You're on year 4. Zombo, exclamation point year. You've been using all the commands, you should know. We're on year 3. We're on year 3. At any rate, I digress. 3 million gold. Good milestone. I need to go to bed. I'll see you all on Friday, hopefully, where we'll continue this journey. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful couple days. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to send you off with a little bit of fan art, as I always do. Until next time, this is Argon Matrix, signing out. Thank you for watching, and have a great night. Peace.